All right, welcome to the Haters Ball. It's your boy Dumb It Down. I'm here with my older brother, the old Baldy,
Give it up.
and my younger brother, B Dog.
So pew pew. Wow.
Hey,
Yeah, you got space lasers.
you
Space
you have the
lasers.
Space Jam. You could have been B Rabbit. All right, so let's jump right into this Jay Worthy album. We were already arguing about it, so we're gonna jump right in. Uh, V, what's your take on this album?
It's cool.
Just cool. All right,
It's
so
just
you didn't
like
like it. You wasn't feeling it.
no, I don't like Jay Worthy really.
That's funny because go ahead.
No, I mean I thought Rock Marciano did his thing, of course, because he's one of the best producers. But Jay Worthy is not carry this. I don't like his rapping. Maybe it's something about Jay Worthy I'm not feeling. Maybe it's his pimp tails. Something about Jay Worthy just not doing it for me on a lot of these tracks. So I don't think they ever. I don't think they ever elevate to great. I think they're just good to cool throughout.
See,
Nothing
that's funny to
exciting
me
for me.
because I'm not as big of a rock fan as you are. And to me, the one song that Rock Marciano's on this, he don't sound no different than Jay Worthy.
That's
They're the
nonsense, and you're
same
a crazy
exact.
person. That's embarrassing to say. I'm surprised you gonna even put that on the internet to say that Jay Worthy on the level of Rock Marcy is crazy to me.
I didn't say that.
You did. You just said that.
On this beat, the one song they're on, "Wake Up," on the beat, they don't sound no different. They don't
They
stand out.
sound
Their verses
very
don't stand
different.
out.
Rock Marciano was way better than him on the song. Smoother. His voice is different, obviously, as Rock
They
Marcy.
use the exact same
Much better
flow.
voice.
They
Okay,
flow on the
well,
exact same beat with the exact same flow. Their voices are
not the same.
slightly different.
Not even close.
Their delivery is exactly the
similar.
same.
Not
It's
even
all
close.
yes,
Completely
it
disagree.
is. I didn't
It's
even
not.
notice. I didn't notice Rock Marciano came on the track. I thought that was
That's
the same
embarrassing.
dude. The same
That's
dude rapping
embarrassing
the
for
whole
you.
time.
You should be
No,
embarrassed.
I feel you though.
You should be embarrassed.
no, Rock Marciano should be embarrassed,
That's it.
or
No, because
whoever.
I think Rock easily washed him. So I don't know what you're talking about. It's you.
Wash
That's the
is
problem.
when Bun
You
B got
are
on
the problem here.
the first
Are the
track.
problem here. Yeah, but
That's
that's not. But
washing. That's somebody
Bun
who
B
stood out.
washing Jay Worthy is also not. Is not something to be like. Oh,
Okay,
shocker.
so
Shocker.
the shocker is that your favorite rapper couldn't wash the same dude that you
I
talking
said he
about.
got completely washed.
You
I said he
no,
washed.
he didn't though.
He did. But he
He
does.
did not stand out on that verse.
He does.
It's this.
He definitely does.
I didn't even know. Come
The
on,
verse is
dog.
great.
Come
It's a
on,
great
Bryson.
verse. Way better than Jay Worthy's verse.
What's so great? Tell me what was so great about that verse.
I'm sorry. Oh, the bars he used. The bars, flows, cadence, everything about it. I love
It's
Rock
the
Marcy on
same
that
flow.
verse.
Okay, what
It's
was
not.
different about his
See,
flow?
this is what I'm talking about. But what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about?
Bro.
The Rock Marcy verse is far superior in multiple ways. The way he does the Kobe thing that he carries through for like 4 lines is way better than anything that Jay Worthy has on that whole verse. Easily. I don't think Jay Worthy has any. So this is my thing with the Jay Worthy stuff is he has no particularly strong punchlines in most of his songs. To me, he has no particularly strong flows. To me, he's not particularly smooth or hype with it. He is just okay.
Right.
So,
And Rock Marciano's not particularly smooth or hype with it.
that's nonsense.
He does have bars. I'm not
I
gonna
think
say he don't have
he's
bars.
way smoother, and he has
And then
way better bars on the one track he has on the song, or the one
And-
verse that he has on the album.
And the biggest thing is that you sound like you're afraid of an 808 or something. I don't know, like just they refuse to put drums on any song, all right? Which is,
Oh,
I
well,
mean,
that
it's
doesn't
cool.
bother me, so.
It's its own vibe. It's cool. But there's a song, especially like the plug. The plug is a song I definitely thought that it starts off with it's a slow. I thought it was an intro. It's slow, and then the chorus comes on. I'm the plug, and then I thought the drums. I thought the beat was about to drop. That sounds like just a song where I think the beat going to drop, and it's gonna switch up, and then it's gonna pick up the pace or something. But no,
Oh
it
yeah, I
decides
didn't
to
really like that one.
stay slow.
I didn't really like that one.
I can't. It's like I don't really understand it. Why?
Yeah, I don't know if you want to go through
Too
these
laid
track by
back.
track, but I mean, again, so
Not really.
There's some of the songs on here that I thought the beat was pretty good, and because of some of the rapping, it doesn't make the song stick to me. Again, the only song that came on, there was like 3 or 4 of them that came on. I was like instantly like, okay, this is a joint that I'm gonna like to replay. And
Which ones are those?
They either kept me or they didn't. Let me look through the ones I liked and didn't like on this album here.
So which ones are your standouts?
Underground Legends, Nothing Bigger Than the Program.
Underground Legends. All right, so let's start there because Bun
Wake
B.
Up.
Bun B kills this track. Bun B kills this track. Bun B is definitely informed. He sounded great on that Trill Static 2. He sounds great on this. I definitely want to hear more Bun B. And Bun B, I feel like stole the show on the track. Like that's a track I want to re-listen to because his verse I felt like stole the show. I did not feel that way on Wake Up. That song is forgettable to me. But it's the most
Wake Up is the best
song
on the album to me. It's not even close.
It's the most.
I think you're saying that because Bun B's voice is so different though, so it's automatically iconic when it comes on a track. So I can't be mad at that. They definitely sound the same. They're in the same vein.
They don't sound the same at all, man. Look, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I don't see how you can say they sound the same. They don't. They don't sound the same at all to me. When I turned this album on, I said, okay, Jay Worthy. I kept waiting for Rock Marcy to rap. Kept waiting for Rock Marcy. I was like, Jay Worthy gonna rap on every one of the songs. He's not gonna rap at all. And then as soon as he came on, I was like, oh, there he is. Killed that track. And then we went back to Jay Worthy. These other people that he got on there, I thought Ab Soul was gonna be more impressive.
Yeah, they were.
I like that song too. I love that song.
I don't know who ASAP Ant, Bart Oatmeal, Corrupt really let me down. I was like, is this the same Corrupt that I thought was the dude? The other people, I don't really know who they are, so I didn't have expectations.
Beat on Simple Man, that Corrupt song. I hate the beat. The first part
of
it,
9 through 12 were kind of to me,
and I didn't love much about that song. So
honestly, I love production on the whole album, but 9 through 12 to me kind of were to fall off to me.
Yep, big time.
If they would have just kept it a good 8 songs, they would have been
9 through
good
12. Players only.
Yeah, Players Only through the end was not a
super mid.
Yeah, it was mid. I thought it starts off with the best song to me, Underground Legends, best song.
Yeah.
And then Nothing Bigger Than the title track is a good song. Those are the 2 best songs to me. And then Wake Up.
The Field was all right to me.
The Field was all right. The Plug was too like I said, I thought it.
I like the Plug.
It should have sped up.
Yeah, I like the beat
I like the beat
on that one.
I like I like it for an intro. I thought that definitely after the chorus, I thought there's something would pick up. And then my
own too
is mid. That one's mid to me. But How, I like that one. I love the beat on that one. I think the sample does all the work on that one. That sample is really good on that.
I never heard Jay Worthy before, so honestly, like I'm saying, him and Rock sound the same to me. So on one song, when Jay was like, all right, Rock, he like mentioned Rock, I was like, oh, so this isn't Rock rapping right now. They sound very similar to me.
Y'all sound crazy, man. Go listen to Rock, man. Go listen to any Rock album, man. They don't sound nothing.
We're not talking about
man.
on a different album. We're talking about on this album when he's on this track together. The way maybe it's a mixing thing or whatever, but he did not stand up. I did not notice that somebody new came on the track. Okay, that's a problem. All right,
it's not a problem. It's just that.
I definitely noticed right away. So, like I said, y'all just don't know who Rock Marcy is.
Because you a Rock Marcy stan. You a Rock Marcy stan. I listened to
and you don't know who he is.
I like the Elephant Man's Bones last year. I know who he is, dog.
Do you?
But it ain't my fault if you sound like somebody else. That's like saying if I mistook Action Bronson for Ghostface, I'm not a Ghostface fan. That's not just because your voice sounds the same don't mean I never heard.
I know the difference between Ghostface and Action Bronson as soon as they come on the track.
But that doesn't mean they don't sound the same. They sound the same. No.
Hey, to you, I know the difference. Okay.
Everyone.
Hey. I know the difference
They
between
sound the
Action Bronson
same,
and
dog.
Ghostface Killer. If you say so.
Okay.
If you say so.
Whatever, man. Whatever. Look, I thought some of these tracks are forgettable. Like, okay, and then there was the last song, The Huddle. It ends with like the little skit where it's like they're about to go the final drive. It's all for all the marbles for the game, and then it comes out with another mid song. It just seems like they're like allergic to doing something upbeat. Like even though you just did a skit that's saying like this is for all the marbles, this is the big play for the touchdown, and then you don't have like a song that matches
He
that.
sent the women out. He not doing it.
I don't mind
It's
that.
the women doing it.
No,
He's
that's lame,
it's
man.
pimping.
That's lame. Some of these rappers,
Did you miss the theme of the album?
It was football themed the whole time.
It was women doing the work theme the whole time. As in,
Yeah, I
he
get
gave
that.
the coach gave the pep talk, and they went to work.
Yeah, but if this is the final play, I don't care if it's the women or not. It should be upbeat. You could have a women's song where it's a booty shaker song or something like that. I don't know. It should be something that matches the
Nah, they do the work.
vibe of.
I don't mind it.
It matched the vibe of what they were saying. I thought the whole time. I mean, what Jay Worthy was saying. I mean, he's heavy on the pimp
Yes.
stuff on this album.
Yes,
I got what was going on. I thought it matched what he was
I've heard
saying.
plenty of pimp songs that are upbeat. Plenty. It's not like hip hop is full of them. It's not like you can't do an upbeat pimping song. That don't make any sense. Big Pimpin' is upbeat song.
Big Pimpin' is not a pimping song.
I mean,
that's not a pimping song.
all right, that's enough of the Jay Worthy, man. That album was just
but I heard Jay Worthy before on other stuff, and I heard Jay Worthy stuff before, so this was just all right,
I'll give it a 6.5. Not terrible. It was pretty good. Better than I expected. Never heard of this Jay Worthy dude before, like I said, so that was a cool introduction to him for me.
That's fine. I agree with your rating. That's fine. I think 6.5 is fine.
Yeah. What y'all think of that
Rory
album though? That was the album of the week right there.
Rory who?
Rory, man, the podcaster, man. Rory,
I'm good on that, man. I
Rory
don't know what that is.
I'm good on that.
Y'all go ahead and enjoy that, man.
Nah, come on, man.
Only time I ever hear these dudes is when they have beef, man. Podcast beefing.
They do be podcast beefing. They podcast beef a lot. I think that drives their numbers or something because they love to talk about each other.
Yeah, I ain't been paying attention, so I saw a thing said dude had an album. I said, oh, okay, and then clicked past it and went to the next video about Zelda, something I actually was interested in.
But this album is dope, man. Use a hater. Rory is the Static Selector of R&B right here.
Oh yeah,
yeah, man. You put an all-star cast.
Tell me about it, man. All-star cast R&B artist. Let's talk about it, man. Give me the breakdown, man.
Clear out, Baldy. It's time for B-Dog and Dumb and Down to take out the two-man game right here.
Let me see. Let me pull up the album track.
Yeah, man. I thought it'd be different. Rory's album. I thought it was interesting. So first off, Bryce, do you think he really produces stuff? Because he's just a co-producer on like every song. Do you think he's actually making beats or just like put together the people?
I don't think he. I don't know. I mean, that's what I would like to know, but a lot of people ain't up for it about that. But I think he produces it in a way of I want this verse here. I want it to sound like this. So that's just as big as making a beat to me.
Yeah. No, yeah, because he put together some cool, like I said, collabs, which is like what I always love about Static Selector albums. So that's why I called them the Static Selector of R&B. Yeah, no, Static makes the beats, but also puts together really cool, combinations of people that you wouldn't hear no more. So,
what is his last name? What is his album under?
Rory. It's just under Rory.
Rory, yeah, man.
RORY. I thought it'd be different.
So the first song is Surrender.
Okay.
I like. It's a good one. I love that they put the podcast drops on it. I think this is a great song to start off with. Let me pull it up myself. All right, Bryson, what you think?
I'm sorry.
I
You
think
said
Emotional
the
Oranges sound great. I like the girl on here more than the dude. But that's me for all R&B. I always like the girl voices better than the dude voices. And this is one of the things I want to talk about. Okay, today's R&B singers, they do that whisper singing, right? And they don't really like belt out they kind of whisper. You know
yeah.
exactly what I'm talking about. Why are you looking like I'm crazy? They whisper
I'm trying
sing.
to. I don't know because I don't listen to R&B, so I'm trying to understand. I want to look this whisper
Yeah.
singing up.
R&B ain't about your vocal abilities as much anymore.
Probably why I don't
Yeah,
listen to it.
and so I think the women just sound better when they do that whisper singing than the dudes ever do. I don't want the dudes to be whisper singing to me.
Have
It's
you listened
annoying.
to Emotional Oranges outside of this album or no?
I have
Dudes
heard. I
whispering
mean,
all in your
Rory
AirPod.
used to put it. Yeah, I know. I want no dude whispering in my ears.
Mm.
Weird. Yeah, man. Come on. Yeah,
Mm.
I like when the R&B dudes all sing in falsetto or, or something else, man. Yeah, I'm much rather that. But now they be trying to
Mm.
whisper sing, sound sexy. I guess I don't. It's lame. I don't know. But I like it when the women do it though. Emotional Oranges. I've listened to. Rory used to play them as sleepers on the podcast, so I've heard.
Yeah. Yeah. I like their group. I do like the girl better than the guy, but I think that's just how their group is supposed to be. Um, so I don't know, the way I feel about this album is cool. I definitely can see what type of vibe he's trying to create. It's more like a house R&B type of thing, not like house music, not like super energy, but more like house R&B, like
Like something to play in your crib.
yeah, exactly, like
Yeah.
just chilling. Like it's not an album that I'm gonna sing along to ever, I don't think, but it's good background music to me. Good
Okay. I
party
thought there was.
chill type of
I,
music.
I definitely thought there was songs that I could sing along to. Like I really liked the "See How It Goes" with Conway. I thought Conway, really did well on his verse.
That was an
For sure.
interesting song for him to be on for sure.
Yeah.
So I was excited to see how he was gonna incorporate Conway. Because after listening to the first couple songs, I was like, all right, this is like pure R&B, like just chill. How's he gonna get Conway on this? And that was a more upbeat song, a little bit
Exactly.
faster
Yeah.
flow, and Conway killed that.
That's a song that's upbeat. It's kind of like you could dance to, or whatever, or it could
Yeah,
be. Yeah. And Conway did a great job on
like
it. And then I love the "My Phone Could Die" with Ari. Ari is my girl. I love Ari.
oh yeah,
So
Ari is amazing. Yeah, she killed that. Ari is
yeah,
amazing.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's real
I
love. When
like
you let
interesting.
your phone die, hang it.
Yeah,
That's real love right there. You know what I'm saying?
Ari probably my favorite R&B artist of this new generation. She definitely got the vocal skills. She is amazing to me.
I like Snow better. But
Mm,
that's about it.
Snow is cold. Snow is
Yeah,
cold. She a little too slow for me. I don't like hearing all that.
she does this
I need a
slow.
little upbeat sometimes.
Yeah, Ari's better for the beat stuff for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
But
Uh,
let's see. So are we going about this track by track or what? Let's
I
see.
mean, we've been going through it. What do you think of King? Because that one was like funky. That was different. What you thought of that one?
Yeah. That one was cool. Like I said, honestly, I don't think none of the songs were none of them were bad to me, I'll say. But as far as like standout play over and over again, out of the 13 songs, there might be three or four that I'll listen to consistently, but yeah, it's not lackluster. I don't want to say that because this is his first album he's ever done, but it's just cool. Like it's not bad. It's a lot better than I thought it would be, but it's
Mhm.
not amazing to me.
I would say this is the best R&B I've heard all year. Now, that's not saying much, as I don't think any super standout things have come out so far this year. But
Summer Walker just dropped, and she
and
big on R&B lists.
I mean, what you thought of that album? Then you think
I
that
didn't
album?
listen. I don't like Summer Walker.
I don't like Summer Walker either. I know that's crazy. That's gonna be controversial to say. I didn't want to say
Yeah.
it. I'm glad you with me, man. I don't like Summer Walker. I don't. She don't sing on beat. It just be she sing all over the place. There's no like rhythm to it. It's weird to me. I don't understand that type of music.
Yeah. She's not a real R&B artist to me. So I don't support
He's
her.
not a
And
real R&B artist.
That's harsh to
Nah,
say. What is a real R&B
it.
artist?
I mean, like, I don't think she has. Oh man, we're gonna get killed. All right, I don't think she has any real talent. If we're being honest,
Dang.
one of
Was she on
one of
3
the
albums or
biggest
something
R
like
and B.
that? Was she on like her third,
She one
fourth
of
album?
Yeah,
this
she's
might be her
huge.
She
second
has
one.
she has no R&B talent.
People
Dang.
love
I'm
her.
not. I just think she's
People do love
managed
her.
really well. She's
Mhm.
managed really well, so she's always going to get the looks. Her management manages like all the biggest R&B names, so she's always going to get the looks. So she's always going to have the big features. She's always going to be relevant, but her by herself, I don't think she can carry a song. Like she's not amazing to me. I don't know. Her
Yeah,
features are always what's so fire to me.
yeah. I just like I said, to me, it's the rhythm thing. Like you gotta say. I know it's weird. We don't really talk about like flows for R&B artists, but like you sing in a rhythm, like there's a cadence to it, and
She
hers
can't
just
sing.
be
Her
all over
voice
the
not
place.
good.
No, no. I'm well.
What's-
We talked about
uh,
R&B rappers. They don't be singing. They don't be singing like
she
that.
can't
No,
sing like
can't sing.
no. I
They
don't
I,
think
do
she
I
a
can
don't
mix
really
of
sing.
like
understand that with the
rapping and
R&B, man.
singing. It's like a weird mix of rapping and singing. It's like they're not actually singing. They're more like talking over the track.
Yeah, I think I understand what you mean when you say that. It's just that's funny. Like if you can't sing, how you an R&B artist?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the
She
if
just
you
make
can't rap, how you a rapper? I mean, that's today's generation, man. You don't need
yeah,
I,
and
I
she
guess
makes
you're right
songs
about
that
that. I
like
mean,
the women love. They're all relatable and stuff like that. So like, it's like she ain't doing nothing crazy. She just makes songs that everybody like and can agree to. It's nothing like, oh wow, I can't believe she hit that note or she could sing that well. I don't know. It ain't got no soul in it for sure. It's not.
I
I
don't know,
don't know.
man.
So
I don't
hey,
know. We,
I'm
women
we
not a
coming
might get
fan
after
of
you,
killed by
hers.
man.
Summer Walker. Hey, we
Women might
might
be
get
coming
killed by
after you,
Summer
man.
for
And
sure.
she does the she had that thing where she's like, I can't perform some of my songs because they bring back traumatic memories and
Yeah, I
Oh
remember
stuff
that
yeah,
was
like
a
that.
thing.
traumatizing.
I'm not with that. I don't like that. If I bought a ticket to
Yeah.
your recent album and you can't perform half of the songs off of a recent album, I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah, every Mary J. Blige song sad. Like it's
Yeah,
like
that's true.
80% of her songs
Exactly.
traumatic. She sing
She
them
been
every
singing
night when
No
you
More
see her.
Pain for a long time, dog.
Yeah. That's what makes it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you listen to R&B, it's R&B. Like you supposed to be singing
Yeah.
about your pain.
You're
Like,
supposed to
come
feel
on.
something. I
Yeah,
mean, it could be something
Exactly.
positive too, but you're supposed to feel something.
yeah. I mean, but it's usually
Yeah.
about love or heartbreak or
Right.
sex.
Yeah.
Like that's R&B.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
I'm not with that, dog. Yeah. You can't be a brand new artist and picking and choosing out of your limited category catalog what you're gonna perform. That's
You're
not
not
right
doing
for
the
me.
heartbeat
So
songs, man.
Yeah, that's
nah.
it's
Gotta
weird.
catch on a
That's
bad day.
that's
But
corny to me.
back to Rory though, man. Back to the Rory album because
Sorry, I had to get that
we.
summer hate out. Summer just
I,
got those random shots.
yeah,
Yep.
shots.
Yeah. She got she got hits down on the corner. Innocent
Yeah.
bystander.
What
All
you
right,
thought
so
about the B? Did you at least listen to the Jay Electronica song or the Reason song, the rap songs?
No, I ain't listen to it.
Yeah, listen
I ain't listen
to
to this at all.
okay.
Was it good?
All right. Yeah, I think Jay Electronica kills his song. I like his
hmm
song a lot. You know, Jay Electronica always kills it. I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
And then Reason definitely killed it. I really love the Reason track. That's one of the best tracks on the album. He said, relate to Tom Brady. He lost his family to the game. You know, I
hmm
love it.
I love Reason. I
Yeah,
just
Reason's good.
for some reason I can't take too much of him now. I can't listen to his like his full albums drain me. I don't know. But when he
No,
pop up on a
I think I
feature or
know what you
something like
mean.
that, I love it.
I
Yeah.
really like his first. I don't know if it's his first album or the mixtape. The first thing I heard him on, man, let me pull it up. But I really like that one. But I get what you mean. You know, small doses.
I think some
Um,
of that's production, not production as far as beats, but production as far as the mixture of types of songs on the album, sequence and things like that on the album that could maybe help with that.
Yeah. But also when your voice is so super unique like that, I guess I don't know. It's like your voice always overpowers the track, so
I like
I
it.
don't know.
His raspy
It's
voice thing is
Yeah, but I
that's
don't know
really
it's
about
nice.
that,
good, but I
man.
can't take 30 seconds of raspy voice in my ear. Like I mean not 30 seconds,
There's a lot of you don't like
30
DMX
songs.
or or Scarface. Like I don't know. There's
Nah,
people
that's
who
not the
That's
rap
same.
different.
different.
It's not. It's yeah, it's
Yeah,
not the same.
DMX's voice is iconic in a good way. Like
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
mean, yeah, okay. All right, I'm just
But like I said, his features are always fire to me. I love when he randomly pops up on something I didn't expect. So I don't know.
All
yeah.
right, so
But
what
That's
y'all
yeah, he
giving
killed
this
this
album,
song.
man?
I give it an 8. I liked it. It was good
8,
all the way through. 8. Yeah, I thought it was
Bryson.
very
8
good.
is high.
8 is
I was
high.
gonna
8
say
is high.
7. I'm gonna have to go listen to it again, but 7 for me so far.
All
Because
right.
he is
Hey.
pulling some of these R&B artists that I never heard before.
Yeah.
So
Best R&B album
it's
of the year, then.
that's what
For
he's
for
saying.
now, it's better than that Music Soul Child. I mean, what else came out?
Can't
Nah,
say.
y'all
I
are R&B
mean,
dudes.
I gotta. I mean, if we're gonna make an honest judgment, I feel like we have to listen to Summer just because she is one of the biggest in the space. But
Yeah. All right. I'll go listen to it. I mean, but I've never liked any
I
of the other
used
stuff. I don't know if I like this one.
I used to be super deep in the R&B streets, like all the underground people. But I don't
Yeah.
know, like half of these people you have on this album. So I'd have
No,
to listen to
I've
them,
heard
see if
most
they
of
put
them
anything.
except for who's new on here except for the Ayana and Child. Those are the two I'm not super
I
familiar
never
with.
heard of Chantel May.
Beat My
Oh, okay, yeah,
Fiasco.
I know Be My
Heard
Fiasco.
of I
She
heard of
signed with
Hugo Brown before.
Fonte.
Kirby,
Who's
don't know who that is.
Shit?
Don't know who
I
Child.
love
CS
Child.
Armstrong.
Sneed Harnett is someone I listen to a lot. I like she's dope. I know
What is that?
Division. I
Chili?
know yeah, that's what I was
Chill?
talking about.
Chill?
Shit, chill, child. It's child, man. Come on, though. You
Oh,
can't
okay. Look,
read this
man.
child.
Strong Small on the phone, man. I'm trying to see. Look, I didn't listen to it. So is
I
that
don't
person
listen to
good?
none of these
That's
people,
someone I
dog.
It's
that's someone I didn't
Armstrong,
know.
Kirby. You know, I like Kirby's got a dope video game.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Sneed Harnett,
maybe Kirby
never
can
heard
sing.
of
Kirby
that.
got a big
Oh,
mouth.
Steve Harnett is good. Steve Harnett is good.
Be My
You gotta check
Fiasco, never heard of. I hate
He's cool
Drum.
too.
I hate his voice.
No, yeah.
Pink Sweat, never was a fan of him, but a lot of people like him too.
I thought he was good on this song. That's which song is he on again? Hold on. Oh yeah. He's on the one with Steve Harnett. Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. I thought they were good. So yeah, man, it's a
Basically,
solo
I
album.
don't listen to R&B no more because I don't like none of you R&B niggas. Y'all suck. All
Nah, it's
right,
because we do this hip
this
hop
ain't real
podcast and
R&B.
you be forced to listen to all those hip hop you don't want to listen to.
You R&B niggas
But
suck.
I'm about to get in the R&B mood, man. Maybe I'll listen to this album.
yeah,
Probably not,
all
but
right,
maybe.
all right.
I'm talking about your boy Fontica. He not good on that. You didn't even mention him.
No, I thought other side is a great song. Other side is a great song. Uh, you know, if you like Fonte's singing, then it's a great song. There's nothing. Like I said, I named a lot of my favorite ones. I don't think we talked about that one. What you thought of other side, Bryson?
Hold on, let me listen to it for a second. This one's not ringing a bell in my mind, real quick. Let's see, other side.
I thought the beat on it is good. And like I said, if you like Fonte's voice, it's a great song.
Why does one song title in caps? It sounds like I don't know why it reads like stalkerish to me. I want you, but you'll never know. In all caps. What's up with
I
that one? Is
mean,
that one good? I don't know why that
um,
just stood out to me.
that's the one. They're being toxic the whole time. That's why.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense. That's why it's in all caps like that.
I forgot how the lyrics go to the song. I gotta listen to it again.
Toxicity. All right, that's cool. If they sing in curse words, for some reason that toxic stuff
Nah,
works for me.
not seeing curse
Oh,
words.
okay. Oh,
It's
well,
just
I
like
probably won't like it.
yeah,
I'm not a big fan of Fonte singing, so
yeah.
All right, cool,
He
man. All right, I'm gonna check
he's
that
one of
out
the
then, man.
he's one of the R&B people who still sings high. He's not whisper rap singing. He just sings
yeah,
high falsetto. Actually sings the notes. You
no,
know?
that's true.
So
I wonder how making an album like this goes, because I mean, I don't want to say it seems easy, but I feel like I could do something like this. Not that it's easy, but I can visualize it, but I don't have the talent to execute the singing it. If all I got
yeah,
to do is visualize it, then
Emails.
but he's been
Emails.
talking about this album since he was still on the Joe Budden podcast. Remember, he was talking about his
yeah.
album for a long time.
I watched some of his interview. He's doing a press run right now. So he said it's
Oh,
been
for real?
3 years.
Yeah.
He's been
So
working on it, and it's not originally the album that he's gonna make is not this one. But after
Okay.
COVID and the JBP podcast broke up, it changed to this. That's kind of why the titles I thought it would be different,
Yeah.
which is cool. So that's why I want to see like how do you make a album? I thought it'd be different, and people like are on your vision. Like, is he saying I want this song to talk about this, 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 and that, or how does that work? Is what I want to know.
Maybe he says I want a song that because okay, some of them he all right. So we can get it. Some of them in the credits he wrote has writing credits, and others he doesn't. So
Hmm.
and in some of them he has produced. I mean, producer credits. There's a few that he doesn't. I think he mostly has producer credits for all of them. But let me see. Like for
So those
instance,
are probably more loose and probably just sending them around.
yeah.
He said that
Uh,
the reason he didn't want to do the email thing, so I think he got in the studio with most of these people.
No, that's
like
a
for
great
Um,
idea.
instance, that King song with with Kirby. I mean, that's the super funky song, but he has no writing credit on it. Right? It just sounds like I don't really know who Kirby is and C.S. Armstrong are, but that song sounds super different from all the other stuff. You know,
yeah,
uh, and
and
so maybe he didn't
but a
have
writing credit could be as simple as actually change the line to this. I think that'll sound better, and you can get a credit for it. So it might not be that he wrote the whole song, or he could have just helped with a couple bars, or maybe just a hook or something like that. So
But the
right,
writing
I don't
but
credit
he
know.
also
doesn't
could
even
be the
have that
concept.
for. He
So
doesn't even have that on some of them.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm saying. So on the Fonte song, he doesn't have writing credit. On the interludes, he doesn't have writing credits. I mean, those are it makes sense. The Gold
yeah.
Link interview, the Vision interlude. He doesn't have writing credit on. Let's see what else on the Refill song. Uh, and he doesn't have writing credit on the Reason song. So there's several songs. It's like almost half the album he doesn't have writing credit on. So maybe the other ones
Hmm.
he told them what he wanted them to sing about, and then the ones he doesn't have writing credit on were just loose, tracks that people
Yeah,
gave him or something. I don't know.
yeah. It's cool.
Yeah, but
I
it's
like it.
interesting. It's
I
interesting.
like people putting together collaborative R&B albums. So hopefully that becomes a thing, more
I
popular.
like I like podcasters making music. They talk about music all the time. I like them to be able to step in and make something. And then
For sure.
you can see their tastes in action instead of just always criticizing the music to talk about to make it yourself. And then yeah, so I think that's cool. All right, how y'all feeling about the Boston Celtics or the Miami Heat or you know that tip in
I
that
don't
should
know what's
have been
going on with the
boxed
Heat,
out.
man.
I don't know how they didn't box out on that last play.
I
They
got a lot of
literally
takes for this.
they threw when the shot went up. Everybody just stood around like, oh, like it's over. Like it's either goes in or it doesn't. And nobody decided to box out or go get that rebound. It
No
was
one
super trash.
boxed out. It was bad.
That was really bad.
They didn't realize it was 2 seconds was a lot longer than it seemed like, but I don't
Hmm.
know, man. I still have no faith in Boston. They
I don't.
they were bound to win one game, so I'm not gonna get mad at that. The second game was kind of crazy because what it was Heat won the first two at Boston, then Boston won the next two in Miami, and then that third one.
No, no, no.
No,
He won three in a row.
They won three in a
three in a
row.
row. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. So they won. Okay, so yeah, Boston won
Boston
game
won
four,
one
five, and
at
six,
Miami, and then won
and then the
one
next,
Boston,
yeah, and then
and
okay.
then they
Um,
just won in
but
Miami again.
Boston still has the same problems to me. Like if Jason Tatum doesn't go nuclear, they lose. They almost lost that game where they were up 10 over 10 points with 4 minutes left. They choked it away, let Miami get on a run and come back.
They tried hard to choke it away. They were like
That's what I was saying.
really.
Like the whole time, it was like a 10-point game. Miami got it down to two, like in the third quarter, and then Boston went on a run. And it just was always at 10 points. Like Boston could not put Miami away. I'm like, come on,
Mm,
Miami. Boston doesn't even want to win this game. Like,
But that's
they
the
will
whole
not pull
series,
away.
though. That's the whole
Yeah, I mean,
series. But Miami's been playing from behind throughout the series a lot of times, and then they come back in the end and win in that second half. That's been a lot of the series.
Exactly. And that's what makes me not believe in Boston because they fall apart at the most crucial times. Like other teams, if they do that with Denver, Denver's gonna make their shots at the end and get there. They're gonna get over the hump. Miami is injured, and Jimmy Butler had a terrible game yesterday until the fourth
Hmm.
quarter. Bam had a terrible game, and you still couldn't put them away. So I can't expect y'all to be finals winners. I don't know. It just
Oh, I don't expect them to win. I don't expect either of
I
these
don't
teams to
expect
win
them
the
to win
final.
the chip either, but
Yeah.
I do think the matchups matter. I mean, and that's part of it. So, I think
I
that
don't.
Boston is. I think they have some kind of weird mental stuff like with their team. I don't know what it is from coach or what, but they don't have. I don't know what you want to say. They don't have killer instinct or like I don't know how you describe it. Like the team
They
don't
don't have a
seem that
leader.
focused all the time, not consistently
Yeah.
focused or something. And I know that
Well,
they
it'd be
want to
different
get the
people
win,
stepping it
but
up because Derek White stepped up. He was focused.
right, right,
Smart was focused. I mean, it'd be
right.
different people stepping up. But you can say the same about Miami. There's different people stepping up. I mean, like uh, Duncan Robinson is not the person you expect to, but he was the one being a hero in that game. And then earlier in the game, it was Vincent and Martin that were. It wasn't Jimmy and Bam. So I think that about both teams. So, like they have different people stepping up or
Yeah,
different times.
Miami has to have different people step up because they're so injured. They lost 3 people this postseason.
and they
But
weren't that
Boston, you're
great. They
fully
weren't that talented to begin with, really.
Mm.
yeah, they just play hard. But Boston, you have a healthy team. Your team has been to the Eastern Conference Finals like 5 of the last 7 years,
Right.
and you
You
just
would think they would know it's
constantly
their time.
exactly like I've
They
never
don't
seen a
seem like they
team be
know it.
so close, so talented, and get to the finals one time
Right.
only, and got blown out in the finals. Like once Golden State put it together and figured them out, it was not close
Hmm.
ever.
That's what I meant when
But
I said like it don't seem like they seem to be lacking something, and I don't know really
Confident.
how
They
to put
don't seem like they
what
have
it
the
is.
confidence. Like
Is it
at any
confidence?
moment,
Could be what it is because they
it
blew
feels
out
like
Miami in a couple games.
and it feels
yeah.
like they confident when they front running, when they way
Oh
ahead.
yeah,
Mhm.
front runners
But
for sure.
they only listen. Duncan Robinson had two wide open threes. They so
Wide
lucky hit them.
open.
Clank them things.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I couldn't believe the second one. He was like literally nobody was around him, and he had time to sit there and stare at the rim. And like, I don't know
Brick
if he
Yeah.
overthought it. I couldn't believe he missed that one. And then I
ugly
mean,
shots. I was like, what
yeah.
the?
But before that, he was hitting. He hit like three of them, like big threes.
Hey man,
So it's just interesting. Like these are, at the end of the day, it's like make or miss. And then if they just boxed out on that last, just box out. Like, I don't know.
But
That's
that's
the
what I'm
simplest
saying.
thing.
Like Duncan Robinson was on a bench for most of this year, getting paid crazy money to sit on a bench
yeah,
too. And he only got in because they had those injuries. Tyler Hero usually has those 6 man minutes and is the one that shows up big for him. But they don't have
Mhm.
Tyler Hero. They don't have Victor Oladipo, who was giving them good points off of the bench. So it's
Yeah, but
just
Duncan was on the bench, but he's been known in the previous years to be a great 3-point shooter. He had a
mhm.
slump,
that's how you
shooting
got paid.
slump,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's how he
then
got
but
paid. And he's been terrible since.
Hmm.
yeah, no, but not in the playoffs when it matters. Shooters have
Yeah,
slumps. That's
exactly. When you're
normal.
supposed to,
Shooters have slumps.
yeah, it's
It's
just
just
I
odd,
don't
man,
know,
because you
man.
watch other series. We watch other series, and the other series seem like both teams were playing very well.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And not like I don't think Anthony Davis was playing like super great the whole time, but and I do think they both teams giving effort, but you just saw the higher level seem like a play consistently in that series, even though it was only a 4-game series. Whereas this one, you got
Yeah,
this happening, and it's like, which team we gonna get today? Is it gonna be the best Boston, or is it gonna be the best Miami version where they shooting like a lot of they making all their threes, which Miami don't normally do, or is it where Boston
yeah,
going? The Boston jack up too many threes to me, and they be
And they miss
stupid
a lot.
yeah.
They've
threes.
been
It'd be
missing a
like,
And
lot.
they're not good at shooting
yeah.
threes. Yeah,
Well, I thought they were,
They were
statistically
in the regular season.
normally, but like to me, they just walk up, dude be standing in front of them, and they just like do a jab step and shoot a three. It's like, why are we doing
Yeah.
this? So who
They're just
especially
so
like
bad. I hate them.
every player not James Harden, man. Like, why are we playing like
But
what I mean?
that's
So I
how
just
they
don't
play.
understand that.
That's how they play. That's
Yeah.
what they.
It's I don't know. I hate teams that underperform. That's my biggest pet peeve. Like y'all,
Well,
everybody's
they in
saying,
the conference finals.
Somebody always got to underperform. I
but
mean, that
no, that's not true. Because like B was saying about the Lakers series, like 3 out of 4 of those
they
games were
perform well. They
super
just were the
close.
worst team. Yes. Yeah.
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 I think the Lakers would have beat either one of these teams too. I think those were the two best teams in the West. I think these are the two best teams in the East as well. But Boston just constantly. Jason Tatum, everyone says is supposed to be a top 7 player at worst, if not better.
He
But
don't
he
look like
doesn't
it. He
seem
don't look
like
like it
that.
at all. Yeah, no.
He goes
Not
missing way
consistently.
too much.
Not
Yeah,
consistently
exactly.
at all.
Super inconsistent. Yeah, I don't like
Because
that.
you could easily see that if they play their best for 4 games, then people would have a hard
Yeah,
time beat. But it's like,
exactly.
are you gonna
Yeah,
get
but
that?
even Jimmy had his worst game, and he still looked more impactful than Tatum did. I mean,
No,
I
he
don't.
didn't look more impactful. Didn't Tatum have like 25 in the first half or something like that? He didn't look more
It
impactful at
don't
all, man.
matter at the
But
end of the
Jimmy showed
game.
up
Jimmy
when
was
it
missing
mattered.
mad shots.
Jimmy showed up when it mattered at the end of the
Okay,
game.
he misses. Okay, you're right. He missed the shots at the end of the game, but I mean, you can't say dude looked more impactful for the whole game. When his stat line was ugly, Jimmy Butler was missing all kinds of. He was bricking a lot of stuff. I was like,
Yeah,
this dude bricking.
and then they came back, right? At the
Not
fourth
because of
quarter,
him,
all that
though.
mattered. It was
The
because of
fourth quarter is
him.
not all that matters, man. See, no, that's not
No,
true, man. If your team is
when
trash in the first quarter and you don't score no points, then you're not gonna be in it in the fourth quarter. The whole game matters.
right,
The whole game does
and
matter.
even with Jimmy not playing well, the whole other 3 quarters, Boston and Tatum could not pull away. So the fourth quarter was what matters. At the end of the game, Jimmy brought them back and put them ahead. They lost off of not boxing out. So I mean,
And
Nah, they
my
lost off
thing
hustle, man.
is,
That dude made a good play, man. Props to him.
he made a great
You
play.
trying to
Oh,
you
it was
trying
a
to
great
minimize
play.
that man play.
I'm
You
not.
trying to minimize that man play. Yo, my wife was sitting here. She didn't think that dude scored in time. I was like, yo, that's a dub. That dude scored, man. I couldn't believe. I was like,
I
that
didn't
was
think so
shocking.
either. Yeah.
Yeah, that
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 was
was a
and
that
he
was
was
shocking
the
shocking.
move.
original inbounder, wasn't he? So he ran from
Yeah,
the inbound. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That jump was
I'm
crazy though, because they whole arena stood there like they won, and then they were just standing there.
yeah,
They were like,
it was
"Wait, we
heartbreaking.
lost?
Heartbreaking.
yeah.
Yeah,
We should have ran
It
out
was
like that
so
other time."
bad though. They just didn't. I'm putting a lot of it on a box out because even when you see the replay, like Bam is just standing there, Jason
yeah.
Tatum runs by him. Like they had
Because
all
they
the Celtics there to tip it
all
back
they
in.
thinking, they're all thinking that the clock's gonna end, that there's no time to get a tip or a second shot up. They're all just staring at the ball to see whether they won or lost. That's it. They
Yeah,
just turn and look. Did we win or did
Come
we
on, man.
lose?
You think the ball go up? You think it's over with? You think it's either going in or
Exactly.
not? You don't really even think
Exactly.
to
yeah,
run after that. Like at that moment, everybody not thinking.
But
I
that's
They're
get
they
that,
thinking it's
should
like a movie. Like,
but
right.
exactly.
this is
In
gonna go in.
Miami, that's what I'm saying about Boston. Miami got everything they wanted down to the last 2 minutes of that game. Even to the Jimmy Butler to hit those 3 free throws, like you got
No, that
Al
was legit.
Horford switched on you, and that was amazing. Like that's all you can ask for. I want Al Horford on me, and I'm gonna shoot the shot with Al on me.
Al Horford was using up what's his face. But I got a question for y'all, man. What y'all thought about
Bam.
these
Yeah.
conspiracy theories, man?
What experience theories?
I saw
What you
people
mean?
talking about, oh, this was rigged or that was rigged. Then
Mm.
people said, oh, he was not supposed to get the 3 free throws because he double dribbled. And then other people said, oh, the conspiracy to put more time on the clock for Boston.
They did
Uh,
add like a whole second back on
They
there. I
added a
saw.
whole second.
nah, I mean, look, man, they showed the video, dude.
When
Hit
they
him at
check
3
it,
seconds,
yeah,
they said.
exactly. When they check, they do that all the time. That's all the time.
Yeah.
I thought there was a
I
lot
thought
of
that game was
questionable
annoying because there
calls
was
in the
too
game.
many calls in that game. So
I
many
thought there was
calls.
a lot of questionable calls in that game for sure, but not. It wasn't all towards Miami either. I don't really get what
That's what I'm
was.
saying. I saw the conspiracy. Like I said, I saw people talking about it like both ways. Like
Yeah,
I'm like, come on, man. But that's why, like I said, people say that stuff for everything because they said it looked like dude double dribbled before he shot the 3-pointer or whatever.
I think
Maybe.
the
But that
NBA,
happens all
But
the
they don't
time
call
too.
that.
NBA
Yeah.
has a lot of bad calls. The
Yeah.
way of the game is it's fast paced. They're calling things on the floor, and I think they get a lot wrong. And it's annoying. It's frustrating when you're watching and you feel like that's a foul or I didn't get the and the players are constantly calling for it. So
Yeah.
that feeds into it.
Because when
So
Jimmy
it's
shot the three, he was making Tatum was behind him doing like double dribble, like making the.
yeah.
It's like, come on, man. So
Yeah, they did that a couple times. I don't like. Yeah, I hate players complaining to the ref. I'd be teeing people up if
But
it
that's
was me.
part of
If
the
I was a
game.
ref,
Yeah.
I'm teeing everybody up. I'm the most tee giving ref there is.
And
They
then
would not be
that
able
would
to
be its
talk to
own
me.
problem in the game if everybody shooting.
you wouldn't get no playoff games because
Yeah,
they don't want
I
you to
know.
exactly.
tee people up.
Right.
Hey, they
It,
wouldn't be complaining. We gonna have this
it's
game going
No, they'd
quick
just
and
be suspended.
fast.
They'd
to
be
me, it
suspended.
should
Yep.
just be people up top and saying that's the right call, that's the wrong call. Anything should be able to quickly be
And it
reviewed.
moves too fast for that, though. I feel like.
I don't think it does.
Like,
I don't think it does.
when do
They
you
play the
stop?
replay every time. Every time that the commentators, the broadcast is playing the replay for every call and saying, "Oh, that's a bad call," or "Oh, that's a good call." Every single time. Why can't they do that upstairs? Do that same exact thing.
Nah, because some of it is the judgment call. I mean, and things look a lot different, slowed down, and oh, his foot was moving an inch, but
And
I
that's when
don't
the
like
refs
that. If
go to
it's,
they go to the
I
screen.
don't
They
like
do
that.
that when they need to review stuff. They go to the screen all the time.
I don't like that.
I
I
would
don't
like
like
to see
the.
them put a thing in the corner, like a real small, be like, what the fans think. And then the fans be like,
Yeah.
on the website or something, be like, that's a bad
Yeah.
call, that's a good call.
Bad call, yeah.
Or he did travel
I
throughout the
think
game.
Nah.
I think there should just be a permanent ref in the booth looking at the screen and when something's play called on the floor, it could just say, no, that's the bad
Couch
I
call,
don't
ref.
like that.
good call.
I don't want
Couch
to
ref.
see
Yeah.
letter of the
I
law
see you.
Yeah.
stuff. I want to see the intention, and I want that. I want if his foot moved an inch, but he's been standing there. I'm not calling a blocking
Right.
foul.
I mean, but that
Um,
they don't do that. That's even when they
No,
review, they
because
don't do that.
so what y'all
they
think? Who
do.
gonna
If it's
win Game 7?
I got
I got the
Miami.
Heat. Yeah.
I'm tripling down on Miami. I've been parlaying Vegas Knights and Miami for the last two games, and of course they both been
I think
choking.
Boston gonna win, man. I think Boston gonna be like really on this time, and it's gonna help up the hype for the betting before the finals, and then they're gonna get destroyed by Denver.
Oh, I think either team is gonna lose
Like
to
they'll
Denver.
come out and win by like a bunch, 20, 15 points. And then they'll be because Jimmy Butler looked dead. His legs he looked tired. But we'll see. We'll see. He that dude comes out of nowhere with his clutch gene, man. That thing activates.
I just seen Game 7. This is actually, I think, the first time they said in history we have the exact same teams playing at the exact same date for the exact same Game 7, a year apart, whatever. But I just remember last year Boston was up by 14 with 2 minutes left, and they let Miami. If Jimmy Butler makes that shot, they're going to the finals after Boston has the biggest collapse ever. And then we would not be looking at these dudes the same. They probably trade pieces because that's one of the biggest collapse in history. So the team wouldn't be the same. I can't keep
Yeah.
that thought out of my head. So I think the
I
same
don't care
thing
about that
happens.
shoulda, coulda, woulda
But
stuff, man.
but the thing is,
They
if
just so
they
mentally weak. They keep showing it over and over again how mentally weak they are.
You can't say somebody mentally weak if
but
they win in Game 7s.
right.
They win in the
And
Game 7s.
and if they're the first team to ever come back from a down 3-0, then they'll go down in history forever. People will talk about it like
Like
forever.
that Red
They'll be
Sox and Yankees.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
They'll talk just same way. I mean, I
You
guess.
won't be
I
able to
mean,
say whenever you say, "Oh, they mentally weak." They'll be
They
like, "No,
mentally
they
weak.
came
yes, I
Yeah.
down.
will
They
because they'll
came
be
back from
swept
reverse
in the
sweep,
finals.
reverse sweep." That's what
They're
they'll
not
say.
gonna get
Yeah.
Reverse
swept in the
sweep.
finals either, man. I think they'll have a game where they shoot well and they won't get swept. No matter either one of these teams, like either one of these teams, they're not. I don't think they're gonna get swept. I think Denver's better than both.
Miami
Either one
wouldn't
of
get
these teams.
swept, but I think
We'll
Boston
see.
would get swept.
We'll see. All right. So
So I got Miami winning Game 7, parlayed with Vegas Knights, triple down on Monday. You feel me?
Stop gambling,
So
man. Please
That's
stop
what we
gambling
going
on these
for.
teams. It's not even your teams, man. Don't gamble on these
What do
teams,
you mean?
man.
Miami is my team.
You gambling on
Come on, dog.
NHL hockey too? You want to do a hockey breakdown for us? Vegas
Yeah.
Knights?
And
What they gonna do?
Knights are my team.
Okay.
Knights are
What
your
are the
team.
Vegas Knights
Okay.
gonna do?
I mean, give us the hockey breakdown. You put your money on them.
I didn't actually get to watch the game yesterday. I didn't watch either of these. Well, I was dealing.
Hey,
I was
fake
at
fan,
work
fake fan,
And you
while
put
they
fake
money
were
on
fan.
them.
on.
They,
You didn't even see it.
they, bro.
Bro, please don't
Don't
gamble
be out
your
here
hard-earned
telling.
money on this, man. Please stop gambling, man.
Yeah, you
Okay?
gotta stop that.
Stay
So
off the
Vegas
FanDuel,
Knights
delete the apps.
had actually the team not the temp Florida, I can't the Cougars. They're in the
Panthers.
finals, right? Panthers, yeah. They are on a historical run on what is it called in the finals? Cinderella story run.
Mm-hmm.
They came back down from 3-0 in their first series and they going crazy. So I think they win the cup this year. But Vegas Knights were also a team that everyone had as the least likely to get to this point. So
Don't nobody care about hockey, man. Come on, man. All of
I ain't
our
seen not
viewers.
one person in Florida repping for what you
I
call
don't think we got many
that's
Canada
That's terrible.
fans on of our podcast, man. So
There's no
let's
Canadian teams in it. What you mean?
I'm just
Stay off them apps, man. Stop gambling, man. Unless y'all want to sponsor us. You know what I'm saying? FanDuel, I'll act like I love it, man. You
Oh
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
What's other ones?
you could get
DraftKings. You know what I be
yep.
doing? Gambling on all the parlays. MG.
So
I don't know why
sad.
you don't
Oh
already have
man.
a sponsorship. You, Bryson, you of all
But
people
won the
need to have a
same game
sponsorship on that.
parlay.
Yeah.
Well, we couldn't even do it anyway. Well,
I'll
you're not
change my
allowed to in
whole tune.
Texas.
All of a sudden,
Oh
I'll be
no,
the
you can't
biggest
in
gambling
Florida.
fan in America. Just
All
think, you
right,
could
man.
have a, you know what? I get a fake head tat. I put it right here, like FanDuel, FD. So when we potting, I just sit like this, and you can see it the whole time. So think about it. Your sponsorship right here. I'll
Speaking
let
How much
of,
full
that
shout
bars,
cost?
out
man.
How much
to
that headspace cost? How much that headspace cost?
Depends, man. The race is going fast, dog. It's going fast. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your rates and lock in now.
I was
Okay.
about to say that's
Contact my publicist, my manager, my people managing this podcast.
All right, man.
that'd be
Hatersball504 at
insane.
gmail.com.
Let's jump right
That's
into
funny.
this Outkast, man. Outkast. We talked about their good albums. Their 3 good albums. Everybody talks about these first 3 albums as their 3 classics in a row. I think already with just those 3, they're solidified as one of the greatest groups of all time. But then we have their next 3 that have mixed feelings with some people. Now I've seen Stankonia. In fact, there was I think it was an article I was reading one day. It was like the best 3 album runs, and for Outkast they had ATLian's Equipment I Stankonia instead of Southern Playalistic.
Yes.
And I was like, what? Why
Straight
nonsense.
People put Stankonia up there, man.
I don't understand why.
That's surprising. Well, I think that's I think that's younger people. Maybe because it is a very different sound, of course. And then Stankonia has the big hits that people love. And I don't even that makes it funny to me because as much as I love Outkast, I don't love the big hits that some of these people, like I don't love Miss Jackson like that. So we can talk about it, man. We can talk about it.
Let's jump into it because this is gonna be an interesting one. I hate Gasoline Dreams. I mean, I don't hate it, but it's not good.
I don't like it.
Anyone likes the song? Bryson, you like the song? All right. Okay.
Cool.
So easy.
It was funny too because turning this on, I remember when this album came out, and I remember being so hyped to hear it. Turning it on, I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember these songs that I skipped that like never wanted to listen to and haven't heard in years, decades or whatever."
And it is funny because, like I said, Equipment I ends with Chunky Fire, and to me, I feel like I can hear how you go from Chunky Fire to Gasoline Dreams. Like to me, that seems like a natural progression. If that makes sense, but it's just not as well executed. It's still that same type of vibe and same sonics to it, but it's not as well executed at all.
Agreed.
But I love So Fresh So Clean. I love again. This is Big Boy at his finest. This is to me one of my favorite Outkast songs. I love this song.
I don't know if it's my favorite Outkast song. I don't know if
I said one of.
15.
It would definitely be top 20 song to me.
I don't know if it'll make top 20, but I do like the song a lot.
No? All right. Well, so maybe I like it more than.
Classic song.
But Miss Jackson is probably one of their biggest songs of all time, and I think it's a great song. It's a little overplayed, but it's a great song, and everyone knows every word of it. You know, especially Andre's part.
I never loved this
So,
song, but it's a good song. This not top 25 Outkast songs to me.
really? So you don't have So Fresh or Clean or Miss Jackson?
No, I, I
How could
like
you?
the other three albums so much more. I just,
I love it, of course.
I just, how can I put these songs over, any songs on Equipment Eye, and that's what, 12, 13 right there. I mean, I just don't, we having problems. You see what I'm saying? So if I listed the songs, I don't know if they would make it.
I still think Miss Jackson is a great song. Like, and everyone always talks about Andre's part, of course, in the forever, forever, ever, part. But I love Andre. I mean, I love Big Boy's part when it comes back on the second verse and he's rapping fast. That's my favorite part of the song. Uh, yeah. So I know I think it's a great song still.
Yeah.
Bryce, what's your thoughts on the song?
Classic
Just
song, man. What can I say? Hey,
okay.
man, 2000. These are songs that played in my ears over and over again. I don't think I have a
Hmm.
choice on whether I really truly like them or if they're just programmed into my brain as classic songs.
I mean, I think they're classic songs. I think they're both So Fresh So Clean and Miss Jackson classic
But
songs.
when So
Yeah,
Fresh So Clean come on, I'm like, yeah.
yeah.
And when Miss
Mm.
Jackson come on, I'm just like, okay, this song again. Like
Hmm.
it's a very different feeling to me.
Yeah, I hear you. Snapping and Trapping is trash.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, not good.
I
And
agree.
I like Killer Mike. I'm a big fan of Killer Mike. But not good.
I like
And
Spaghetti Junction.
I'm not. I'm really not a big fan. I don't know.
I
Mm,
don't like I'll Call Before I Come.
that's a terrible song. Terrible song.
Great song name, though.
Yeah, I
If you say
guess if you
so.
say so. Yeah.
Um, but then Bombs Over Baghdad is amazing.
Oh yeah, Bombs and Baghdad is definitely their
Now see,
top three songs for
Top
me.
10.
that would make one of my
That's
top
top 10.
20 Outkast songs. That would be the
Yeah,
top 15 probably for me.
and to me, that's a top five of their songs. To me,
Top
that's
10 to
Ooh,
an
me.
amazing
top
song.
5 of all Outkast songs?
Yes, man.
You got this
Bombs
over
of Baghdad
Crumbling Herb?
is.
Nope.
You got this over
Yes.
Elevators?
No.
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Elevators.
Okay.
Yes, I see. Yes,
That,
yes,
that's
yes.
that's amazing to me. Okay, well dang, you
Yeah.
like the song a lot. I mean, I like the song, but dang.
It's just
Okay.
the thing. The thing about it is that this song, I, I don't. Isn't no other song like this. To me, it's so unique. There's no other song like it.
I agree.
So,
And I like the song a lot. And I
yeah,
think it might make their top 20 songs, but we just have different degrees of where we love it. That's all.
yeah,
It's fine.
yeah. No, for sure.
Um,
Explosion is cool.
I like Explosion. I like Be
Yeah,
Real on it.
yeah. Same.
I do not
So.
like Ha 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 Ha. We love these
Oh,
hoes.
I like that one. See, that's what I like. I like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's a good one.
What
What
you
you
think,
think?
B Dog?
That sounds all right to me. I
Ha
don't love
ha
this
ha.
album, honestly.
I
I
think
do
that's
not
catchy.
love
I
this
think it's
album.
good. No, this album it's their worst album. Easily their worst album.
I mean,
Ooh, worst
Idlewild is
album.
worse to me, but
No, we're gonna argue when we get there. No, not at
okay.
all. Not at all. Okay.
There's no Bombs Over Baghdad on Idlewild.
And there's
At
also
all.
no Call Before I Come on Ottawa. There's no. I mean, I'm sorry. There's no Snapping and Trapping. There's no songs that bad on that album.
Okay, all right. Come on, let's keep going.
Humble Mumble, I like.
Yeah,
Uh, Question mark song. What y'all think of that one?
it's cool.
Yeah, it's okay.
What y'all
I
call
like
this song? Do y'all call it question or
question mark.
question
I
mark?
mean, I don't know what is it? Question mark.
Okay.
uh,
It's short.
yeah, I like Red Velvet.
Hmm.
Love. I like Red Velvet too.
And
Piece of
then
shit.
Gangsta. I don't really like that one. What y'all think of that one?
I like it, but I like I said, listen to this album. I was like, dang, I ain't heard this in forever. It's not one of my go-tos.
Yeah, it's Toilet Tisha. I don't like, and Slum Beautiful is okay.
Politician. Not a CeeLo fan.
I love CeeLo, but 12 of these 24
Uh,
songs get cut off.
Yeah, this album's
Maybe
way
more
too
than that.
long.
Stanko, and that's exactly okay. This is my thing. Okay, y'all making me want to jump straight to Idlewild. But Idlewild is way shorter. If you had to sit me in a room and say you have to listen to one of these two albums, I'd way rather listen to Idlewild. It's going to be shorter. The songs, there's no songs that have as big. They don't have as big as highs, but they also don't have as big as lows. So it's a way easier listen to than this. I hated listening to this whole album over again. This is
Okay,
easily their worst album. And
okay.
this to me, this solved the problem of when we talked about how, well, would we rather an album be just like good straight through, or have some super great songs and some bad songs? I'd rather an album be good all the way through, because if I'm gotta sit there and listen to the whole album, I want to
So
enjoy
that's
the
the
whole
thing, though. You
experience.
don't, and so that's why I think when you're rating the album, yes, when we're rating the album, we're listening to the whole album, but you never have to listen to the whole album. So if you pull off those 4 songs and they come up on your playlist or whatever, and they your random thing, and you see the Stankonia cover, you're like, wow, Stankonia is so good because I listen to these same 4 songs all the time. But
But that don't make a good album. That's my point. That don't make a good album. An album, we're talking about, we're not talking about who's got the best songs. If you're doing pulling, then you're saying, oh, this person has the best hits, or you're saying this person has the best singles, or you're saying this person can win the verses. Like, those things are all different. But if we're saying,
Mhm.
is this album good or bad, then that means, what is the experience listening through the album? And this experience is not enjoyable listening straight through. So I
I
give
agree.
this album a 4. And that's only because of those big hits
I
that
can't go
we
that
talked about.
low. I can't go that low. It's gonna be a 5 for me. But I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Um, I'm, mm, I'm never giving it a 4. So yeah, I'll lean more to a 5. I'll give it a 5. I'm not giving it a 4. I'm not
I
giving
just
any of these
can't,
albums
man.
a
I mean,
4.
not with those
Yeah.
even just those 4 songs alone, to me, keep it from being that low.
4 out of 24. We're not
Well,
talking
there's a
about
bunch of
4 out of
skits. There's
10.
a bunch of skits. It's like 8 skits.
You're right. You're right. There's
So
okay. All right. So let's count how many actual songs. Okay. So Gasoline Dreams, So Fresh So Clean, Miss Jackson, Snapping and Trapping, Spaghetti Junction, Call Before I Come, uh, Bombs on Baghdad, Explosion,
16.
We Love It, yeah, Humble Mumble, uh, question mark, Red Velvet, Gangsta, Toilet Tisha, Slum Beautiful, Stankonia. Okay, so 16. So 4 out of 16 is not good.
I didn't
That's
say it was. I said this album
That's
is
a
not good.
fourth
25%.
of
That's
the album.
25%.
If
Yeah.
those
Is
4 songs
iconic
weren't
though.
so good and so well
Yeah.
received, I would give this album a lower rating. But I just that's the reason why I can't. I mean, that's the only thing. If Bombs Over Baghdad and So Fresh So Clean weren't so great, then this album would be a 2 or a 1. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
this.
Right. And so Bonzo Baghdad, Miss Jackson, So Fresh So Clean, Red Velvet, they bring that up to a and I said I like We Love These Hoes, and Humble Mumble is okay. But that only still brings it up to a 4 in my book. 4.
Okay.
Not a 4. Can't give it a 4.
All
All
right.
right.
Well,
So
that's their love
hey,
movement.
let's the love movement might be better than us.
The love movement is better.
So that's what I'm saying. Let's move on to their double album. And which one y'all want to cover first? Love Below or Think On You? I mean, or Speaker Box.
In order is Speaker Box, right?
Yeah, Speaker Box
Trying to
goes
remember.
first.
But when you how you, I guess we'll get to it when we get to it, but I don't know how you're supposed to judge Love Below as far as in comparison to other rap albums.
I mean, we don't
we'll
gotta
talk
compare
about
it to
it
other
when we get
rap
to it.
albums. We just compare, just rate it like
Right.
we rate
That's
everything
fair.
else. How many tracks do we like? So let's jump into Ghetto Music. I like.
Oh, I don't know if there's a song on this album I don't like.
There we go. That's what I was about to say. And this is where we get to that when we start talking about everyone says Big or Andre is better than Big Boy. Big Boy has solo classics. Andre does not. This is a huge difference. Speaker Box to me is amazing. I love this album. I love this album.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a song on here that I don't like. There might be a couple on here that I probably don't listen to that much, but there's none on here that I dislike. So Ghetto Music is amazing. I love that song.
Yep. All right, so then we're gonna go through it and just say we love every song. Let's talk about songs.
What about you?
I was just counting these interludes because this album is 19 songs, but it got about 8 interludes on it as well.
No, it's not that many. It's got a few, but it's not as many. Is it really that many?
One, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you're right. About 5 at least.
3,
okay, I forgot they had that many.
But a solo album with
that's right. There's one before and after Tomb of the Boom, right? Something like that.
Yeah, it's one before. Yeah, and after. That's right. There's one before and after. But to say you got a 15 tracks on a solo album, and to say that none of them are skips or something, that's a big thing to say right there. So Ghetto Music is great. Unhappy I like. Bow Tie is my favorite. I love Bow Tie.
That's not my favorite, but I like Bow Tie a lot.
I love Bow Tie a lot.
No, these are good songs.
So then let's just talk about which ones are our favorite, because otherwise we'll just be like, this song's good, this song's good.
Okay.
Which one's is the best?
Wait, hold on. Y'all like Flip Flop Rock?
Yes.
I do. Jay-Z tries his best to kill the song, though. We can get some Jay-Z hate off.
About to say.
Jay-Z be coming in and try to murder a song for you, dog. It's supposed to be your GOAT? Is this the GOAT? Is this your GOAT? Come on, dog. He comes in and just flops. Lays an egg. I mean, come on. That's terrible.
I don't think his verse is bad, man. I don't think his verse is bad. So this is one of those songs. Okay, he has the worst verse. Okay, he has the worst verse on the track. You're right.
And he comes in at the end like he's about to kill it. He plays Anchor like he's about to do something.
Oh, no, it does. It does. It does seem like he's about to destroy it. But I really liked the song when it first came out, and I like the song still. I like Jay-Z's verse on it still.
I like the song.
I like Jay-Z's verse on this still. This is much better than other Jay-Z songs that he gets washed on by, on features and stuff. So I think this is much better than that.
When you come down the last verse of the song, you supposed to I don't know. I mean, maybe sometimes
Big Boy got him on this and Papa Tags.
Exactly, Papa Tags.
Cats got to stop, man. Disrespect to Big Boy, man.
Big Boy over Jay-Z, confirmed, easy.
That's funny. And what about Last Call? Y'all like that song too?
Yes, I love Last Call.
I like it, but that's probably my least favorite song.
Nah, my least favorite is probably Knowing. But even though I like Knowing a lot.
I like Knowing.
But I love Reset.
Yeah.
I love Last Call. Reset. I love Tomb of the Boom. Maybe Bus. Bus might be one of the lower ones. But then I really like Killer Mike on that one.
I like Bus. Yeah, I like Bus.
I like the Rooster.
That's one of mine.
I love the Rooster. Oh, yeah,
I love the Rooster. Yeah.
Church, I love.
Church, I love Church and Rooster.
That's what I'm saying.
Of this album.
What a song you want me to pick is my worst one, but it's hard to pick.
That first, the track 2 to 9 to me is amazing. I love that that run. And of that, I mean, Bust is probably the worst, but I love every song on that run.
I don't know, dog. Reset might be my favorite one. Like I said, I don't know, man. This is a really good
Reset.
album. I love this. I love most of these songs on here.
So that's what I'm saying. So to me, okay, this album, if we just took this album alone, just this album alone, I man, I love this album. I might say I like this album just
You're
as
about to
much
upset me.
as ATLiens or something. I don't know.
Hmm.
Yo, I never thought about it like that. To be honest with you, I never compared it, man. If I had to rank them, where would I put this one?
Yeah.
Oof, that's tough. I mean, I still would put it under ATLiens and the Criminal. So then it's gonna be battling with Southern Playalistic. But I love this album. So
Yeah.
I don't know how I would split that or break that tie or whatever. But
It's all, and to me it's different because it's all fast paced, all upbeat.
yeah, it's very upbeat for the most part. I mean, Reset is probably the slowest one on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. And then I mean, Big Boy's he's serious, talking about all kinds of different topics. You know,
Yep.
it was topical to the times. Most of this stuff is about some kind of serious topic, like some kind of either personal struggle or how to deal with it or maturing, growing.
Yeah. Family leaving you, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Then he get political on Flip Flop Rock. Like, I'm trying to remember, man. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just off the top of my head, I don't think there's no like real silly stuff, no, faux gangsterism or whatever on the album.
I mean,
So this is
there's the the like bow tie, like the pippin,
yeah, bow tie.
type
It's
stuff.
like a dance party type thing. You're right. So that's
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
the most light song on the album, I guess.
yeah,
But yeah, I got nothing bad to say about this one for sure.
yeah. So then that brings us to
I
wait. Go
don't
ahead.
like it as much as y'all, but
And then we didn't even
Which one
bring
you
up.
skipping? Which one you
Yeah,
skipping?
which one?
all
A lot of them.
right. I just, yeah. How you said they're all fast paced. Some of those songs aren't good to me.
That's wild
Like
I
because
what?
love the
you
Rooster.
love the dude that loves that Drake dance album. I don't know. You don't
Yeah,
like
but
the
but
fast
like I
paced
said, let's
stuff.
be specific, man. Let's talk about which ones you don't like,
I'm
and let's
skipping Reset, 100%. I'm
really
skipping
Okay,
okay.
Last Call,
that's one of
100%.
the slow ones. Last
I'm
call,
flipping. I'm skipping Flip Flop Rock. I don't like Tomb of the Boom.
Oh wow. Okay, so
Uh,
you don't like half the album.
no, he named 4 so far.
yeah, I think that those are
I
about
mean, I
the
love those
ones that
songs, so
I'm really
I
not
took
ever
offense,
listening
dog. I
to.
love those songs, man.
Other than Reset, you named my least favorite. Other than Reset, you named my least favorite. Two of the Boom and Last Call are my least favorite. Like I
Y'all don't
said,
like Tomb of the Boom?
it's not that I dislike it. I said it's my of the album full of songs I love. Tomb of the Boom, I think, is a step down in quality. That's all.
Oh my goodness, I can't agree with that at all, man. Tomb of the Boom, one of the best songs on here, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
not for me.
It's
But
the
That
it's the
Ludacris
beat.
verse is fantastic,
It's
man.
the beat. It's not. It's the
That
beat.
beat is
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
no, I don't like that beat at all. But like I said, it's a good album. It's just those 4 songs for me, they all getting skipped instantly.
Okay.
Um. Now the thing is, the other thing we talk about is that Big Boy produced a lot of the songs on this album too. I mean, and the production is crazy, different, and stuff like that. So I think it's cool, really good. And then we can jump right into Andre's album.
Do we rate
He
them separately, or
produced
you
all of
think they
it.
go together?
No, we rate them separately. Let's rate them separately.
Okay. So
So
then, what we giving now?
I'd rate this one a 9.
Yeah, Speaker Box is like a 9.5 to me.
No, I'm not
I
going
just
that
don't have
high.
I don't have anything on there that I dislike, and I love a bunch of songs on it.
It's definitely below the first 3 albums, so it's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are
probably
like nines.
4. I
So
forgot what I gave him. I think I gave him,
I
yeah,
it's like 2 10s and a
nines.
9 in there. Like so,
yeah,
so where
the
you put
first
it?
So, yeah, I'll probably 8. I'll have to go at 8.
okay,
That's
okay,
fair.
I
Okay,
think.
that's
that's
fair.
still strong. That's still strong. Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
strong album. I like it. Just certain songs I'm not listening to.
All right. So then when we get to the Andre album,
Andre, he produced this,
this
all
album's really
him.
cool, man. I'm not gonna hate on this album at all. Uh, it's
I
weird,
love his
you know.
horrible singing.
His horrible
Mhm.
singing works
No, I
Yeah,
on
love it.
this
I
I
don't
don't
album.
really
know
think
why,
it's.
but it's terrible singing,
Yeah,
but I love it.
I don't think
That's why
it's
people start
terrible. I
copying
don't.
it.
Yeah,
That's why people start people was like, oh, you could just get off here and not have tons of vocal talent
yeah,
and make a whole R&B album. They were like, oh, I could do that. I mean,
Yeah.
all right.
y'all talked about that earlier.
I mean, we jump right in. I love the first half of this album a ton. Love Hater. I love. Happy
So first
Valentine's
half,
Day.
where are you stopping
I
at?
really love. I really
I
love
like
Happy
Love Hater.
Valentine's Day.
I really like Happy Valentine's Day.
Spread
Mm-hmm.
is a great song.
I like Spread.
Mm-hmm.
Prototype. You are the prototype.
Prototype's great. And Sheila's in My Lap is the best one.
Oh, it's the best song on the album,
Mm-hmm.
easily. Best song on the album. And then Hey Ya and Roses are overplayed, but they're good songs.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And that is the first half. That's where I was talking about the first half. Stop it. That's the first half I
Oh,
love. And the rest of it, I think, is still good. It's just I don't like it as much. I don't listen to the second half nearly as much.
oh
Typically,
yeah, I don't
once
listen
I
to it
get
as
to
much.
typically
You're right.
if I play this album and I get to Roses, I'm probably turning it off after that.
Oh, I haven't played this album straight through in a minute, but I really like Behold the Lady.
Hmm.
I really like Dracula's Wedding a ton.
Dracula's Wedding is a
Um,
good one. Yes, I like that
I
one.
mean, my favorite things is just not,
Just a beat. Yeah,
I
yeah.
like that beat,
It's
but
a dope beat.
yeah,
Yeah, it's dope.
yeah. I mean, it's a dope version of that song or whatever.
Right.
The Take Off Your Cool is not my favorite, but Vibrate I like a lot.
Oh, Vibrate is definitely. I love Vibrate. I love
So, and
Vibrate, and
I
then
like the
Life in the
Life in the
Day.
Day or whatever. That's cool. I mean,
Yep.
he's rapping on that one. So the only ones that I didn't really like was the She's Alive. He really hit them high notes on that one.
Hmm.
Um, and Love and War, which I don't hate Love and War. It's just not my favorite.
I like Blue. I love Blue.
But I like Pink and
Um,
Blue and Behold the Lady. And you said you skipped those.
Pink and Blue. I think
It's got
it's
that
okay.
Aaliyah sample, right?
Um, I can't even think how it
No,
goes. Honestly, I
not a
can't
Yeah,
think.
because it
fan of
starts
Pink
off.
and Blue.
It's about an old lady, right? Or whatever you're getting with, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I thought that was Behold the Lady. Is that it's about old lady?
No, Behold the Lady is Behold.
Behold, yeah, I
Right.
know. But I don't know how Pink and Blue goes. That's the thing. I don't know how Pink and Blue goes.
Boop,
I know how Love
boop,
and War
boop,
goes. Let's
boop, boop,
kiss now.
boop,
Oh,
boop, boop, bow.
yeah,
Boop,
yeah, no, yeah, no.
boop.
Okay, I think that's a good one. That's a good. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah. So
Mm,
yeah, Day in the Life of Andre Benjamin. Which I think of this song. Let's talk about this one.
it's great.
The verse. Does he rap enough on this album to make it a hip hop album?
N-
To make it his solo hip hop album?
No, no. Even though I think it is a hip hop album, I don't know if. I mean, who is the R&B precedent for this album? Is it a non-singing dude like a Bob Dylan type dude who is not known for having a good voice, but people love his songs? Um, you know,
I don't know. I don't know
who
what you mean. Like I
well,
thought I was gonna say like Lauren Hill's precedent if you meant like
Lauryn
hip
Hill can
hop.
sing and rap.
Yeah.
Lauryn Hill is a really good singer.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
He's
I
not.
saw you. Oh, so you're saying okay? So you're saying precedent as in who could? Yeah. Okay.
And then the style of songs, the style of music is going to be closer to a, I mean, a George Clinton or something. Or I mean, like, who else would be his predecessor on this type of album? I would
Well, I
go
was
ahead.
just saying when I was saying like I was compared to Lauren Hill because she's another rapper from a group who made R&B hip hop mixed album with few raps in it, and is highly, so that's why I was saying that's the comparison. But
And I
as
think
far
of
as
that
the
as an
sound,
R&B album generally, except for the songs where it's clearly a hip hop song. So
yeah.
here you have even less of those. So it's hard for me to say it's a hip hop album.
It's an R&B
Um,
album to me.
Yeah,
so he raps on Valentine's
one
Day.
song.
Uh,
No, he doesn't. Oh, he does
yeah,
rap on it for like 2
yeah.
seconds.
No, it's a full
It's a full
verse.
16 bars.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Here, let me. I could double check.
Yeah, okay.
So
You're right. You're right. You're right. And then Big Boy raps on Roses. So that's the 3
Big
verses
Boy
on the
raps on
album.
Roses, and then Life and Times of Andre Benjamin is a
So that's 3.
long. And doesn't he rap on? Is there a verse on Spread?
I don't
Or maybe
remember
it's not.
a
No,
rap
maybe it's
part
not.
on Spread.
Okay, maybe it's not. So okay, then
It's just
that's
not that. It's just not that much. So it's hard for me to put it in a hip hop category. I mean, I really like this album, so I'm not trying to diss the album. I just don't know where you put it. I know some people will say it's hip hop because of the way it's done,
mm-hmm,
which is fair. But we see that now. This is how many R&B albums are made
mm-hmm,
today, and so I think this would be an R&B album. I think at the time it came out, it was a big debate.
mm-hmm.
But I don't think there's much of a debate anymore since none of the top R&B singers sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got that like trap soul genre type of thing. So this would be kind of in that vein. So that's why, and they label those as R&B albums. So that's why I say this got to be an R&B album.
And it's definitely
Yeah.
about love. It's not, there's no, I mean, topical.
Mm-hmm.
It is all about him falling in and out of love and then falling in love again.
Yeah.
Um, and then the end, I kind of lose the theme a little bit, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
when you get to like vibrate and stuff, but what ifs, you know.
But
So
still, great album. I would give it a 7, or no, I give it 8. 8. 8.
I don't know how to
That's
rate
seven.
R&B albums. I like the album. I would listen to it straight through. So I think this is an 8. But I don't,
I'm giving
in
it a
comparison
7.
to other R&B albums, like I don't know where how
If
I
I was
would rank
comparing
it
it
with
to
you.
other R&B albums, I guess I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't listen to a ton of R&B albums straight through. Honestly, I listen to a lot of hip hop albums straight through. I listen to a lot of R&B, but not straight. I just don't typically play the album straight through. So yeah, just to me, again, songs like "She Lives in My Lap" is one of, if I was putting a Outkast playlist together, "She Lives in My Lap" would make a
I
top
love that
20.
song.
I
In
love that
any
song.
genre,
Mm-hmm.
that's a song that I would always play. Never get
Hmm.
tired of it. I wore it out when the album first came out. I still, when it comes on, I never skip it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
this is one of those songs for me.
Yep.
Great song. Amazing song.
So then we get to their final album. Let's jump right into their final album, Idlewild. And people, this is a soundtrack technically, but to me, most of these songs ain't even in the movie of this, and and these songs are dope. I feel
Yeah.
like this album isn't talked about enough. Uh, from about when we talk about Outkast, people kind of like forget about this album and
Nah, you right
kind of
though. This is
diss
better
it.
than what you call him now that I look at him, man.
Yeah, much better. It's not even close to me. So let's get into it. Mighty O is a great song. This is
Yeah.
another song that I think would be
Mm-hmm.
pushing for the top 20 Outkast
No.
songs. I love this song. Not I
Not
wouldn't put
top
it in
20.
the top 20, but I was saying it's close to it.
Come
It's
on,
like
man. No.
in the top 30.
Great song,
It's in the
but
This
top
might be
30.
in the top 40 or 50.
No, it's in the
Yeah.
top 30. Uh, and
Nah.
then okay, I love Mighty O. Well, maybe it's just me. I love Anya's
Peaches.
verse
I
on
like
it.
Peaches.
You and
Mm-hmm.
Peaches is a good song too. I like Don't You Worry About Me. I'm a
It's
fan
cool.
of that song.
I
And
really
then
like Into You.
yeah, Into You is a good song. And I love Morris Brown. I
Morris Brown is
love
great.
Morris Brown. It's great.
Great song, yeah.
I do
Crime
not like
Metrophobia is a
Metrophobia.
skip. That's a terrible song.
That chorus is so nah.
Yeah. But Train is good.
Mm.
Life is Like a Musical is just yeah to me. I like Train, but
I don't like Train that much either.
and Hollywood Divorce is great.
Hollywood Divorce is good.
Great.
Great
I
song.
love
I
that song.
love Wayne's verse on that song. I love Wayne's
Yeah.
verse on that song. And I love Andre's verse. I love Big Boy's verse. Everybody has a great verse on the song.
Hollywood Divorce was a great song. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one
So
of my personal favorite Outkast songs.
would you put that in the top 20?
For me, yes. Yeah. If I do a Wayne versus, I'm putting that first on. So
I would
yeah, I love
exactly.
that
I
song.
would put that on the Wayne verses for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. That's one of a great Wayne verse. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
I like Call of the Law with Janelle. I'm a big
Mm-hmm.
Janelle Monáe fan. Big Janelle Monáe fan. And then it gets a little dicey. Bug Faces
I was about
lame.
to say no. Yeah.
Makes
No
no
one
sense at all. It's
makes
lame.
no sense at all. Got a bad chorus also.
But I like In Your Dreams.
I like In Your Dreams. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
In Your
good
Dreams
one.
good.
And I like PJ and Rooster.
Yeah. I like PJ and Rooster. Okay.
Mute Your Angel is okay.
I
It's
think
like
I would
no
skip
rapping
the
on.
whole rest of this album.
Yeah. I mean, one of them is Interlude. Greatest Show on Earth is cool. When I Look at Your Eyes is cool. But yeah. From the rest there, you can skip it. After PJ and Rooster, you could
After
skip
In
the
Your
rest.
Dreams.
I like PJ and Rooster. No, I like PJ and Rooster.
Okay. All right.
So this is 100% better than Stay Golden. This
Yes,
is
it definitely it is now that I look at it.
again, it's too long.
100% better.
It's too
I still think
long.
that
It's
Bombs
25
Over
tracks.
Baghdad is the best song on either one of these albums.
I agree with
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
I like a lot
For
of
sure.
some of these songs a lot. I like Hollywood Divorce a lot. I like In Your Dreams a good bit. I really, really like Morris Brown. I really like Into You. I really like Mighty Yo. So we got some on here that are really good. They're not quite on Bombs Over Baghdad level.
Not on Bombs Over Baghdad level, but to me, other than Bombs Over Baghdad and So Fresh So Clean, maybe if Miss Jackson wasn't so played out, I might say that too. But
all the songs I named are better than the rest of the songs on Stink On It, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So Red Velvet ain't better than any of the good songs on here. You know what I mean? Like so. Yeah. I just don't see how.
I agree with that. So I agree with that ranking now. I think when people heard this, I think people was let down because we thought we were about to get an Outkast album.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember it too. But I remember I went and saw the movie day one. Me and my wife went and saw it. She wasn't my wife at the time, but we was like, "Yo, Outkast got a movie. Let's go!" Like, bought the DVD, got the album. Like, it was like, "Yo, don't matter what's going on. Don't matter. It's Outkast." Yeah. So, I remember not loving it like that. Years. And yeah, it was a weird movie, man. But they're weird, so of course it's weird. Like,
I like that movie. My
cool.
wife loves that movie. My wife loves that movie.
Man. I haven't watched it in a while, so maybe it's better than I remember, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, my wife's
I like that they're not making the standard rapper movie,
Oh yeah. I like that they made it a musical, or musical-ish.
Weird reconstruction musical.
Yeah.
Like whatever's going on.
That's a time period that you never see movies in. I think that's cool. And it was it. I thought it was a good movie, but I would give this album a 7.
Yeah, it belongs to be somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I skipped the last 8 tracks. No, I was like last 6, something like that.
Yeah, this is I count. I like PJ and Rooster, but if you count PJ and Rooster, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I don't think a bad note is actually Is that actually a song? Um, yeah, no, it's not. It's not actually a song. That's like there's no like words to it. So I think it's just like a beat. So that don't even count.
Okay, yeah,
It's
yeah.
just so it's 5 songs that you're saying you skip the end.
Yeah. So this is a good one, man. I mean, you're right. It made me rethink my ranking, but I'm only shuffling the bottom because at the top, we know it's at the top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. That's been determined. Now the thing is, yeah, I mean, it's always been determined.
We're gonna look at some other
Really,
groups and then we're gonna figure out what's the best group.
okay. What other groups would you say would we need? I mean, obviously Tribe, De La, maybe. I don't think that they're the same level, but De La. Who else would we need to look at? Is there anybody
I mean, that's it.
the same realm? Is that it?
To
Okay.
me, that's it.
The
To me,
Roots.
it's Outkast and Tribe. Oh, the Roots could be in there. I don't think they reached the heights of either of the other two.
I don't think they have any album, like any single album,
They
that's
don't
as
have
good
any
as their.
Stankonians. The
Yeah, they don't
Roots
have
don't have
any
a
bad.
Stankonia.
Yeah, they don't have a Stegodi. Exactly, they don't have something that bad.
Yeah,
So again, that goes to
they have much more too. What the hell? Like,
actually, and then you shoot your
how
cousin
many albums Roots got?
is
7 or
an
8?
album I really don't like. So. They have more than that. They have like 12, man. I don't know. Maybe
12 seems high, but
12
you might
seems
be
high.
right, man.
They
I
have a
gotta look at
lot
the
of
list.
albums.
Yeah.
So I'll
And then I don't know if you
I'll
count
put
organics, because I think some people don't count organics.
what? I guess if you don't count it, then if you don't count organics, then they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you don't count organics.
Oh, okay. So 10 or 11, man. Hey, the Roots got a lot, man. Yeah, I love the Roots. So that would matter. That would definitely be thing. And then Wu-Tang, of course, but then it's like, how do you measure that? And whose album counts, whose album don't count?
Can't do it.
You know,
That's what I'm
that's
saying. Wu Tang and Chic. We are, I've done a. People think I'm a Wu Tang hater. They just don't. They don't fit any other. They don't. You
he's
got to
definitely a
compare
Mobb
Wu
Deep hater, though.
Tang. You got to compare Wu Tang to a rap label. You got to compare Wu Tang to another rap label. They're
No
run
limit.
like a label. Yeah,
No
like you have
limit.
to compare them to another label. So,
You gotta put Mobb Deep in there. You
no,
don't want to put him in
no,
there though.
no. Mobb Deep
Mobb
does
Deep
not
hate.
belong. We could do
We
it
gotta have a little
if y'all
Mobb
want to
Deep
see
hate
me
every
hate.
episode.
You want to see me hate on some Prodigy bars? I'll do it. I'll do it for the fans if that's what y'all really want. But we not.
Put
They're
the
not
poll
gonna.
up. Do
They're not
you
gonna
want to hear
be.
hate on Prodigy bars?
No, no. I
Because
don't
people
want
do
to.
hold some of these
Rest
bars
in peace.
in high levels, and it'd be like, it was cool, man. It wasn't
It
like
was
that,
cool.
but they'd be like, nah, man. Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
it's cool. Look, man, I appreciate the fan base Mobb Deep got. Listen, it's great. I appreciate. Rest in peace to Prodigy. But I just don't think that they're going to be at the same level. I know when I said we put out, when Joe Budden said that, and then we made a video agreeing with them. There were some people like, y'all crazy. The Outkast, you can't do Outkast like nowhere near the level of Mobb Deep. No, I just can't. I can't
Yeah,
agree.
that's nonsense.
So,
But come on, man. You know these people, man. You know these New Yorkers and stuff, man. They still
so,
upset, man. They
so
upset
then,
that Ice Spice running their city right now, man.
Ice Spice, Ice Spice. Um, so before we get out of here, then let's talk about what criteria we would even use to rate rappers, because we didn't say who we think is the best all time, better all time, Big Boy or Andre, and we gotta say what our criteria would be for rating rappers before we
Are
leave.
we trying to come up with a collective criteria or what's
Oof,
our
Yeah,
criteria?
oof,
collective
oof.
criteria for the podcast. Our collective criteria for the podcast. We need to make one so that we can start making lists of rappers. Lists
Oh,
is
we gonna
what
have
it's
our
all
own
about,
ranking?
man.
Because some
Yeah,
people be having
man.
rankings, and I don't agree with none of their rankings.
I never agree with them.
Um,
So,
but okay, so I mean, the first thing has got to be, of course, your bar level, skill level. You know,
but how do you determine
Hmm.
that? Because this is already
Hmm.
it gets into a mess. How do you determine bar level? Because you know,
Now that you
That's
say
so
that, I don't
subjective.
know. I mean, it
That's
is
so
mad
subjective.
subjective.
So that's the
All
thing.
right,
I
so
mean,
how about yeah, I guess I'm about to say because a lot of this stuff is going to be subjective then criteria as far as like fun
I think
or
it's so. Hmm, I don't know. We're gonna get rich. We need to hire an engineer or somebody who could put together. We have to have weighted scale. But for me, number one is longevity. That's the most important to
no
me.
no.
You can't make
Wait,
one hot album and be great to me.
big
That's
pun.
but okay, but what is longevity? Okay, what determines longevity? If you made one great album that has lasted for 30 years, or if you made a bunch of mid albums for 30 years that a few people listen to, which one is more longevity? Like, how do
Or a
you
lot of people
determine that?
listen to
long.
and overrate you.
No, to me, you have to have at least 3 albums. Let's say 3 albums. I'm putting
Yeah,
three
so
albums. You
you saying
can't
my
be
So
man
great
pun is
without three
disqualified.
great.
Pun can't be great.
You
big,
can't be
big,
top.
Oh yeah,
You
big
can't be
can't be
top
great.
five. I'm sorry. You
big
can't be
Odyssey.
top five.
No
You
Well,
can't be
okay,
bigs.
top.
No big pun or Biggie
Of course, it's
Smalls.
on a slider, so it'll go
no
down.
bigs, no
It
big, no
won't.
big
It's not
L's, no big
everything.
pun,
Yeah,
no
no
big,
big
big,
L. Yeah.
no, no bigs. You
Hey,
biggest.
shouldn't have been big. Shouldn't
What
have been
about
big.
what
Body shaming.
man,
Hey,
I think
it's
I,
number
I
one
don't
to
like
me
I
because
hate the longevity thing because then it's gonna be weighted towards old rappers. The old rappers will always be the top of the list. The younger rappers will never make
it's
it. If you're
not
saying
true.
longevity, how? Longevity
Because
automatic. Who wins longevity? LL Cool J or Kendrick Lamar?
that's not
It's of
true.
course
After a
LL Cool
certain
J.
while,
Who wins?
after a certain number, then it's not weighted the same anymore. Once you've done 5 year or 10 years, whatever, then after that, if you do 11 to 15 to 20, it don't matter no more.
But we're not
There's
even
a cap
talking.
on it.
We're not putting anyone who just came out 5 years ago in our list in the first place. We don't like.
Exactly. So that's why longevity doesn't hurt.
So what do we really? Okay, if we're picking two artists, give me two artists, and we say
Andre
longevity.
cannot make it off of solo bodies of work. That's a mark against him. I'm not saying
So, but
longevity
that's
completely takes you out of the conversation. I'm saying it should be a weighted scale. Some things matter more than others. Um, Bars, which can be quantified, and there has to be the way. I feel like common sense, you can tell. All right, this person is doing something at a higher level than other people. I feel like that's common sense to me. So if we're
well,
gonna give someone, go ahead.
yeah. So if I would break bars down into vocabulary, you know,
Not
uh,
vocabulary.
See, you trying to get too
But
technical.
punchlines.
punchlines and a couple other
Why does
things
the
might
vocabulary
be.
not matter? Wait, hold on. See,
I don't
when
know. I don't care if you use big words. If you can still do it clever ways, that's not big words
A
or
bar is a
different
yes, you
bar
words.
is a
can.
bar. I
You
don't.
can, but the reason why people talk about people like uh cannabis was just because of he used big words. Reason why people
Yeah, I mean, Jesus does
talk
it too, but
about
everybody
the
don't do that.
triumph verse is because of the big words. I mean, I think vocabulary matters. I think it
Well,
matters.
illusions can matter though too. So like you can make a reference to something that people know without using the big words to do it, and that would be a great might be a great punchline, might be a great, and that's what, like I think the triumph verse when you talk about that that has everything.
Yeah, oh
So it
yeah, for
has
sure.
all that. It has illusions. It has all these different things. So I think that's why people talk
Well,
about it.
that's why to me, I think they should be different categories. Like the vocabulary would be one category, and then like punchlines would be a different category to me. Because there's
Nope.
some rappers who don't use punchlines at all, and then there's others
Mhm.
who do. I think
Okay, exactly why you shouldn't have it as different categories. A bar is a bar is a bar. Is it a great bar? Yes. Is it a bad bar? Like that's it. It doesn't matter if it's a great bar because they use a punchline or because it has a vocabulary. It's still a great bar. That's it. So
all right,
that should be
okay.
weighted at a
So
higher
okay, fine,
scale.
We're
Like
gonna have to hash this out for about
fine.
2 hours off the
No, no,
pod,
no,
and
no.
then
So then,
come
yeah,
on
yeah,
with
yeah.
what we came
So
up with.
fine. One category would be lyricism. I
Yeah,
I
yes.
don't agree with the longevity thing. I think to me more important is originality.
Yes.
If you're original,
Yes.
like Outkast is original, even though they may not be as old as like Run DMC. Run DMC is also original, and Outkast is original, and you could
Originality matters a ton.
yeah. I think originality
That's
is
fine. Yeah,
important. Somebody
I'm
like
fine with that.
Jay-Z may have came out before, I don't know, some other rapper, but not very original. I'm he bites
Yeah,
a
but
lot
he's
of
like way
people.
more original than like Game.
Oh well, Game is not original at all. I mean that that dude, yeah. So I think originality is important criteria that I don't see enough when people talk about criteria because
For
Mhm.
biting
sure.
is not cool.
So the way I see it is we get like it would have to be like a multiplier. Like you get 1.5x multiplier because you're
Oh,
better
you want
at
me to do
this
math,
than that.
bro?
No, we don't
No,
want
that's
to
what
do
I'm
that.
saying. Uh
No, it
it would be so easy. I think it's so easy to actually get
All right,
someone
we
to
gonna hash this out,
quantify
man.
this.
you want to get somebody. No, it'd be you quantifying it, dog. We don't got money. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
not
Get
we.
somebody to
I
do it.
know. I'm
Get
not
Yeah.
saying.
somebody.
So yeah.
I'm
So
saying
this
in
is
a
what.
perfect world, like this should have been done already.
No, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, for sure. Other people, yeah, but I think to me it's just as simple as I would want the criteria that you could match people head to head with, you know, like you say, is this person better at lyricism? Or, like so if we were rating who's better, Andre or Big Boy, we could say who's got the better bars. Okay, who's got the better original? Who's got the better this? Like each of the criteria, and then we'd be able to
Hmm.
say at the end. But I think the criteria is what I want to talk about, or we could do it some other way. We could score each thing and then put it in a math equation if you wanted to do
That's
it
what
that
I'm
way, or add
saying,
up a
man. That
total.
should have been done. We giving somebody $1 million idea, but that's what I'm saying. They should. I think it's just so easy to quantify it. Like I don't. If I had the money or
All right,
resources, I feel like it would be
I'm
so
gonna make the
simple to me.
algorithm. I'm gonna start making the algorithm. Yeah,
We
yeah.
probably could get
So
Chat
Yeah.
GPT to do it by now. Honestly,
no,
Maybe so.
okay. So
but
originality.
longevity is up there. That's like a
No,
top three thing
no,
for me.
longevity doesn't matter,
100%.
man.
It
Okay,
Yes,
so
it
matters. It just doesn't
does.
matter. It matters. I'm in the middle, both of y'all. It matters.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
it
it matters as
matters,
much as
man.
Bryson says, but I think it matters more than what you're saying, though.
Okay,
People
so who's
discredit
got
Andre and Lauren all the time because they have no bodies of work. That's
Correct.
part
but
Correct.
okay, so
of
bodies of work, then why not just use bodies of work as our criteria instead of longevity?
because
Because
then you're
to
gonna.
me, a miseducation of Lauren Hill has a It's 25 years later, people still talking about it as a classic album. That's longevity. So
Yeah,
how are
but if you
you?
say bodies of work, people are gonna think like albums, like, oh, they can't put together a good album or this or that. That's not the case. Because even like you said,
So then you would say album
Miseducation, Lauren Hill.
amounts and album quality.
Yes,
Maybe that's two
quantity.
different
Yeah,
Yeah,
things.
album
album
amounts. We can
quantity,
do
and then album quality would be two different categories. Album quantity,
well,
album quality.
no, because it can't just be albums, because I mean, if
Or
somebody
any
does a bunch of
releases.
features,
Yeah,
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 it has to be
Okay.
general, yeah.
Andre
Because if
does
you do
features. Andre
mixtapes
still does
or
features.
yeah.
Andre still does
not
features. So
really
does
so
that.
much anymore.
He does like
Andre
one
be
or
on
two
features, dog.
a year, or one a
Every year
year
there's like one
max.
or two.
Not that
What's the
many.
last Andre album? I mean, last Andre feature that came out.
Last one I
Uh,
remember talking about was that Donda one. So that was 2020.
yeah. Okay. I mean,
And
it was
before
No,
around
but
that,
he
it
COVID.
had
You
didn't he have
can't.
was
something else? I
Um,
think that might be it.
I can't remember anything after the Donda one, but I mean, there could be. But he be on people's albums. The Donda one was dope, and then the one. I mean, this is a little bit earlier than that, but I love the one he has on Anderson .Paak's album, that "Come
Yeah,
Here" song. He murders
yeah.
that. I mean, he just has some really great features. So people might say, "Oh, he's only you know stopped rapping in 2006," but that's not true. He's rapped since then. So he's got more. Let's put it this way: he's got more longevity than Notorious Big or Big Pun or like all those
100%.
other people that you name. Like he's got more longevity than Lauryn Hill. He raps more than Lauryn Hill.
Yeah. Lauryn Hill
So
is alive too. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
it's not like Big in Pun.
yeah.
She's around doing shows.
I get that.
So
And I agree. But that's a mark against both of them to me.
Okay, so I think career quality and career quantity could be two other criteria. So that's what they said. How much work did you put out, and then the quality of that work.
Impact is huge too to me.
Impact matters.
See, I don't. I always hate this. I hate the impact thing.
I
What
hate
does
it too, but
impact
it
mean?
matters.
Matters. And
What
it's
does it
easy.
mean?
It's easy. I hate this. Oh, we had this argument before.
I know.
No,
Okay, but
impact
see,
is
to
so
me,
easy.
if you have a criteria of like hits, then hits are already impact is already implicit in the idea of a hit. So like,
Yeah, but
why do
hits
you
don't
need
always
to
measure
say
impact though. Hits don't
okay?
measure impact, but hits are a part of impact.
Yes.
Okay,
But you can have
so
Exactly.
no radio hits like West Side, and there's a reason why they're on West Side. Benny Conway on like every album that comes out. Everybody
mhm.
runs to them and gets involved on like one song. So they clearly have some kind of impact, but they ain't got not one radio hit. And I think the only plaque they got is that Benny song with J. Cole.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
No, they might have a
then,
plaque for like Donda or something too, but like they have plaques for they
but
don't have
okay, so
plaques.
all right, but that logic, who has more impact, Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole? Because J. Cole's on everybody's album, but Kendrick is the one that's
Kendrick has bigger
loved more.
impact.
So how do you
I would say
quantify?
J. Cole has
I
a
told
bigger
you how
impact,
Kendrick has
but
bigger impact. I told you how. I'm
He's
gonna tell you
talked
how
about
right now.
he's talked about by the media. It's the media. That's what the impact
There
to
you go.
me
Boom. Boom.
is just marketing, media marketing. So that I
Well, I think
don't to
Kendrick had a
me,
bigger impact earlier, and I think now maybe Cole's impact is catching up. But I think Kendrick had a bigger impact, especially earlier on, man. You can't deny
yes,
that.
I could agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But now, if because
I would say it's closer to even, or but
but
when the first albums was coming out, Kendrick was the one with the bigger impact for sure. And
mm-hmm,
you're right, a lot of that is marketing. Marketing matters. But when you
exactly.
drive down the street and everybody's bumping the album, and that's not just because that's not all because of marketing. The album got to be something, and there's a reason why people
Mm-hmm.
do it. So when Kendrick had that marketing push and things like that from Interscope and all these different people, the albums were there, and people liked
hmm
those albums, those
hmm
early ones
yeah,
especially. So you drive
for
down the
sure.
street, people listening to them.
So okay, so all right, so then how, again, then this because yes, if we're just measuring impact by who had the biggest impact, and I mean I just use those two as examples, but if you measure, okay, so Kendrick had this impact for the time he had a run of like 5 years,
hmm
and then he
Mm-hmm.
disappears, right?
hmm
He's gone for 5 years, and then at this time, J. Cole's running. I mean, he's on everybody's stuff. Every time he
hmm
drops a verse, it's news. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
he made an intro song with Summer Walker. Oh, it's news. He made a song on somebody's
Okay, we don't need a
YouTube
list,
page.
J.
It's
Cole
this,
Stan.
whatever. My point
You
is
get going,
that
dog.
my point is that
Successful
there's
record
clear
label.
impact.
Yeah, he going crazy.
There's clear impact now. So which impact matters more? The
Well, so
one right
we would say
now
that they
or
probably
the
have an even
eh,
impact. No, we would say they probably have an even impact, but I mean, but
Yeah.
when both of them released, it's still a big deal. I mean, when Kendrick last album came out, it was a huge deal. It was just
of
trash.
course. It was trash.
So I don't know if I would say um he's not lacking impact. Those both very impactful artists. I don't know if you can be much more impactful than either one of them.
So okay,
Mm-hmm.
because then this is
I
the
mean, would
other
you
way
say
people
that
will
one of
spin
them
it. This is the other way that people will spin it. Who has more impact, Drake or Kendrick? Because plenty of
Drake
people will
does?
say Drake
Drake does.
because of hits and stuff like that. But then other people will be like, but Drake's not people don't love Drake in hip
Drake
hop. He's
impact
not
is much
really
bigger
hip
than
hop or something like that.
it doesn't matter. His impact is
That's
bigger than Kendrick's.
his impact is the
When
biggest right
Drake
now.
drop an album, everybody listening to it.
Yeah.
Like it's not even like it's like a, yo, go listen to it right now because
All right.
everybody's gonna be talking about it for the week. It's
Hey,
more than
so
Kendrick's.
Mm-hmm.
if you guys sound very confident on the impact thing, so cool, great. Then
I think
okay,
we can
impact,
determine that for most of the people. Now, I think we're gonna have trouble when we go to older stuff before our times.
Yeah.
right?
And we're
And
gonna
that's why
do
I don't.
But
That's why I
well,
don't like the
but
those
gospel.
artists were impactful, and we can just give them tens if you want to just say, hey, because they're originators and people
Mhm.
follow them. We can give them the highest level of impact. But
even
it's
still,
gonna
you
come.
can
It's gonna be
see.
difficult when you got to those artists that's like they were mid tier at those older times. We're gonna have a harder time. But go ahead, Bryce. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they have the. I mean, y'all, they had magazines back then, and you can
Yeah.
see like Run DMC influenced the whole culture of people to wear Adidas and this and that. That
Mhm.
stuff isn't. You can easily tell though. I mean, of course, they were the biggest stars of their time, so that impact is always going to be easier to tell. But I mean, if you're a middling artist, then
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
mean,
don't mean
already your
middling, but I
exactly.
mean
If
impact is
you're a
like the
going to be
ones
middling
who
minimal.
weren't
artist,
as big
it
as Run DMC at that time, but still
Yeah,
big. What is their
but
impact
you
score?
then you get the Jim Jones type. Nobody wants to be Pusha T. I don't know, like that's impact. Like, okay, Jim Jones has bigger impact than Push. Like, it's that's the way
No, I
some
wouldn't.
people
no,
will
he
see it.
did
No,
That's
he
the way
at
had
one
some
he had
people
a
will
big
see
hit.
it.
He had a big hit, but when Push albums come
Jim
out,
Jones
it's
had, I
been a
mean,
thing.
Dipset had several hits. They had several hits.
He was a
So,
weed
Yeah.
carrier on those albums.
okay.
I mean, he's better than what's his face, uh, Freaky Zeke, but
yeah.
nobody was checking those albums to hear Jim Jones verse.
I mean, he had balling.
Jim Jones
Right, that's what I said. So
had a
he
good
had a big hit.
impact. Yeah, I
Okay.
would like put his impact like he was like a 6 or 7. Like he had a buzz for a
Yeah,
while. It
he was
was
like
short
a
lived.
6 or 7 sounds about right for Jim
I
Jones. Maybe a
just, to
5, depending on
me,
how we scale it in
yeah,
overall.
I hear what y'all
It
saying,
helps
and
that he was in New
it's
York
on
too.
everybody's list. Yeah, of course, exactly. Region bias matters with impact. This is why I say I'd rather just rate the music and have criteria that rates the music, says stuff about the music. I hate the impact thing because it just opens your a can of worms to so many other
You're
things.
right,
Who
but
had the
MC
most
moves
money
the
back and
crowd.
who had the most?
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. The music should speak to that, or
The
maybe there's
music
somebody
is.
who is just lesser known. They would have moved the crowd if they had the same push, but they didn't. Like, it's just
That's not
Again,
true
like I
because
said, man,
the cream always rise to the top, man.
that's not true.
I
That's
think.
not true. That's not true
I
at
don't
all.
know about that, but I do think that most of the artists, these artists that we're talking about, I mean, you could give me somebody and name somebody, and we could talk about it. We could try to quantify it. From like I said, I talked about West Side. You know, they
Mhm.
from a no name region, old
No,
dudes.
they're from New York.
They're
They
from
from New
Buffalo, New
York.
York.
No,
That's
They
they're
a
New
no
from
York
name
Buffalo. It's
State.
region,
not the
bro.
They
same.
New York State though. You're
But
It's
New
right.
not
You're
York
the
right.
City still
same.
don't claim them, man. So it's not the
You're right.
same.
New
Yeah,
York City
So
don't claim
and
them.
they don't claim New York City. They say Buffalo.
right. And then, like I said, they
Yeah.
did it with their own in-house people. So it wasn't like somebody came and gave them a cosign. They're old
Mm-hmm.
when they really started getting any kind of buzz. They're like my age.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So all of that stuff is completely organic, and that's big impact with no marketing, you
Exactly.
know.
Yeah.
So there's ways to quantify this stuff.
So
I mean, remember, Little Brother had big impact when they came out.
you're gonna
He would
describe that as big impact? I mean,
I would
listen,
describe that as a big
I'm
impact for an indie artist of 3 dudes coming out of college. Yes, I would
I'm
sign to a
I
local record label in North Carolina.
yeah. Okay. So look, okay. I
Because
just I
Duck
don't know how
Down
to.
calls them and they start working with legends just off the
Mhm.
strength of their album. And they're
What
able to call and get people like Mos Def on their songs so I think that that's an impact. Now we're gonna give credit to that, like an MF Doom. We're gonna give him credit for impact where maybe
Doom is
other channels
Yeah.
wouldn't, but other people
Mm-hmm.
might not give them credit for. We gonna give credit for those impacts because we understand that that's an impact. It might not be a big sales impact. You might not be on the
mhm.
radio like that, but
Okay.
Same thing with Tech
So
Nine.
then
Shout out to
so
him.
then so
yes,
then
Tech
you
Nine,
Huge
stay
impact.
traveling, stay making big
huge
money.
impact. Yeah, yeah,
Been
yeah.
doing it forever.
So then would impact be a criteria and not hits? No, not
Well, hits are a
hits.
part of
I wouldn't
impact,
put.
so you can
Yeah, I
judge
wouldn't put
impact
hits
based
as
on
a.
multiple
Okay.
things.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do
So
both.
hits not effect. Okay.
I
So all
wouldn't
right.
do
So
both. Yeah.
impact, not hits. Okay, cool. I'm fine with that. Then if this is one or the other, that's cool. All right. All right. So then we got originality, lyrics, gotta have flow or cadence or whatever you want to call it. Flow. I think to me
Cadence.
that's
I like cadence better than flow.
That's fine.
I
You
would.
it's
can call it what you
to
want.
me it's tomato
On
tomato
beat or
whatever.
off beat? Are you on
Yeah.
beat or off beat?
and
And
you
are
have
you creative with the way
different,
you do it? Right.
yeah, different deliveries.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can call it delivery,
You can call
whatever,
it
however you
delivery. It
want to say it.
doesn't matter how you
Yeah,
call it. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like
We know what
delivery
that
too.
means.
Yeah.
yeah. I always think of that as somebody's flow, but yeah, that's how I always say it. But delivery, cool. We'll say delivery. How are they delivering the bars? I think that's the most. I think that's the most. That's the first thing you hear before you memorize the
That's
words.
pretty important.
You
You're
hear the
right. Yeah.
beat,
Mhm.
and then you hear how that person is, delivering their rhymes.
Mhm.
So delivery, originality, impact, bar lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
What else we got?
I mean, I think you cover most of the things unless you want to count like a live show
Nah,
or you want to count.
Performances.
I don't
Yeah.
want to count. Do y'all
Or
think that's important?
I
it's
mean,
definitely
I think
important.
it's like a cherry on top, basically to me. It's not super important, not the main thing, but I think it does matter.
It definitely
But
matters. You go
yeah,
to a live show and somebody live show is whack, it's a big disappointment.
for
Yeah,
sure.
but
Or they
but the
show up
thing
late and
is,
cancel all the time, Lauren Hill.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about this when they perform the song that you love and you know the song and you hype for the
Mm-hmm.
song and the song come on and the performance is just you be
Oh,
like, man. Because the ones that
my
are
thing
great, you
is,
remember the ones that are great. You be like,
of
yo,
course,
I was at
of
the Joe
course,
show and that show was amazing.
right.
mm-hmm.
My thing is, that gets difficult.
That's
I mean,
harder.
there's
That's
gonna
harder
be
to
performances that
judge.
we've never seen. There's gonna be performances that we weren't there.
Yeah, that's harder to judge
So
for
we
sure.
Yeah.
can okay, that's fine. Look,
Unless you want
Um,
to do
I'm cool
like
with how you want
tour
to do it.
sales or something, but
Nah,
no,
that's not the same
I don't
thing.
know.
no, that's
That's
not the same
marketing.
thing at all. That's not the same thing at all. Okay, so what else? Impact, originality, lyrics, delivery. What are we missing? Oh, we said
Hairstyle.
quantity
What kind of
of
hairstyle did they have,
quantity
man?
of no man, quantity of albums and quality of albums. So that's 6 criteria right there. Anything else?
Quantity and quality.
Guest spots? You don't have guest spots separate?
Should we have guest spots separately?
I don't know. You
Guest
could be a
verses
feature
do
killer,
matter.
but your album might suck, like Jada Kiss.
Yeah. There has to be something like that. I don't know how to put it. Because I mean, we're doing quality of album. So if you're already getting dinged for your quality of album, you shouldn't be
Then
able
you
to.
might be
I mean,
fire on the guest spot.
yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
guest
I like
appearances.
that.
Guest appearances. That's
Yeah. How you
7.
show up to somebody else's house. Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Um, but see, to me, I always see the other side of the
Coolest
guest
chain.
appearances.
Who
I
got the
hate when
coolest
a
chain?
rapper who gets owned on their own album all the time. I hate that. When there's a rapper who constantly getting owned on their own album, again, we could name the game.
Does your chain
I
spin?
hate that.
That's one of the categories.
Hey,
If it don't do
coolest
something cool, might have to dock you. You got a weak chain. You know what I'm
coolest
saying? Do you got the
label
sun god
chain
plate like
is
Ghostface?
fire. Yeah.
No. So that's 7 categories. Anything else? Do y'all care about voice? Care about
That's cadence to me.
no voice and that's those 2 different things. 2 different things.
That's why I liked when we called it no, what did
Delivery,
we say?
delivery.
Yeah, delivery.
You can make it
Voice
a
matter.
tiebreaker or
Voice
something.
and cadence mattered. I don't know. It's the same thing to me.
It's
It's
different,
not the same.
but it's hard to like. It's not like you're doing it on purpose. So
I
you know,
guess, but
you.
I can't like somebody's cadence if I don't like their voice. I feel like there's nobody
But
who's like, oh, he has a super annoying voice, but I love the way he flows. Like that's never gonna happen to me.
I can't
Kendrick
think of the rapper
Lamar.
whose music I didn't want to listen
Kendrick
to because of
Lamar.
the
I
voice.
get. I get.
But
I
he
can
makes
easily name that.
voices. That's not his
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's
natural
different.
voice.
Okay. Well, all right.
Yeah. That
That
goes
come
against
on,
his
y'all really
creativity to
did.
me. No, that goes against his
That,
Yeah,
creativity.
that's
That's
his
a mark.
cadence. No, that's his cadence. Okay, so you want to say creativity? It goes against. I would say that would go against his
Yeah.
cadences and stuff.
I would go against.
I
I
mean,
would say that that's
delivery.
a
That would knock down
delivery.
delivery because
Yes,
he's
you're right.
choosing to
Okay.
make
Yeah.
All right.
moves.
So that's fine. Delivery, fine. We don't need to add
Yeah.
voices then. What about What else? What else we got? Anything else we can
We're
think
not
of? I
doing
guess
sales, right? We're not
no,
doing
no.
record sales.
Sales don't matter. We already talked about impact. That's good enough. So I think those 7 are good. Maybe we'll think of if we can think of any others, but I think those are good for now.
All right. Good to
Let
go.
us know.
I like
Let
those.
us know in the comments.
Dances. Did you create a dance? How good a
Oh,
dance
see,
are
that's
you?
impact. That's impactful.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's impact.
Soldier
that is
Boy
true.
has high
That's true.
impact.
Oh,
High
that's true.
impact.
High
Soldier Boy
impact.
What
does have
about
high
what
impact.
about the Cupid Shuffle? I don't know who's that. Yeah.
I don't think those are rappers, but they definitely have.
And
Who's the dude
what
that does
about he only come out and do the chopper style? Chopper. What about Chopper?
Oh, Chopper, yeah. What about
See?
the dude that's like one step to the one step right foot two times, left foot two times. What is that?
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that DJ name is, but he's a man. Big
I
impact.
can't-
All the cookouts
Yeah,
playing.
Huge
huge.
impact, yeah.
I'm about to say
Huge
that dude been getting
impact.
played at. Hopefully, he gets
There's
some
nobody
licensing
got
off of
bigger
that. That
impact.
dude big. Yeah, you can't think
So,
of a bigger impact if you get played at every family function. Dog.
word.
Yeah. Wedding.
For sure.
Dog, they might play that junk at funerals, dog. They might have
Exactly.
the crisscross, bam, 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 at the funeral. Dog, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
man,
man.
I
All
gotta
right.
think of that.
All right.
That's
So
funny.
y'all let us know if we missed any other criteria. Let us know below. And we didn't say, okay, well, now we gotta use this criteria to say who's better, Andre or Big Boy.
No, we're gonna come back and start doing the rankings.
All right, for sure. All right. We'll catch y'all later. Peace.
Like and sub, man.